Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legion. I don't think it's too much of a spoiler to mention that, Dalaran exists in Legion. We'll get to this in a minute. We're going to do some other stuff first, but I just want to talk about this just a little bit, just briefly. After Warlords, which was just weird, I don't remember the exact timeline, so forgive me, but me and Pax had mostly walked away from World of Warcraft. We hadn't fully walked away. It wasn't like, man, we're done with WoW and we're ready to quit. But we were ready to take a step back. And there's this other game. You may have heard of it. It's this brand new MMO with this great demo. That's all a lie. It's Guild Wars 2. We went and we dived into Guild Wars 2 pretty hard during the gap in between Draenor and Legion. We did actually poke at FF14. I don't remember the exact expansion that was out at this point in time. It doesn't matter. Either way, we went and played other stuff. Then Legion was announced, and to really demonstrate just how long I've been doing this stupid job, I covered the Legion launch live. Like, I was actually streaming already when the Legion launch happened, and when the Legion announcement trailer happened. And I was actually quite impressed with it, to be fairly honest. Nah, I don't feel old. I don't. That makes sense, a Mirror Star. So yeah, no. We were like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. Kind of playing to the classics. Artifacts look cool, Illidan coming back, third invasion. Alright, let's see what they do with it. So we walked in what I'm going to refer to as hesitantly, and we did the same thing we always do, which is we didn't make a Demon Hunter first. So this character you're steering right here, this is my only Demon Hunter as of this moment in time. Or rather, this is my original Demon Hunter. Sorry, I said that wrong. I don't know why I said only. I've got two others. I'm about to have a third. But this is my only Demon Hunter at the time. This is the one I made for Legion. And she didn't exist. I think I reserved the name and then was like, yep, moving on. Because we never do the new class or the new race at launch because that's just a recipe for disaster. Never do that. No, we moved on and we did some of the class stuff and we did the warrior stuff. And we're immediately impressed with it. Because, for reasons I'll showcase on camera, Legion is probably the most continuity-heavy expansion we've ever seen in WoW. To such an extent, it was actually legitimately shocking. The first thing you do in Legion, and I'll show this, is you go start, the campaign. You do the Broken Shore. Some stuff happens. It's like, alright, third invasion has officially started, and we didn't manage to bottleneck it before it got going. So now we have to go and do these things and get artifacts. And every single artifact quest is something that's significant and contiguous with the rest of Warcraft lore. Even the little stuff, and there is some little stuff to be clear, still has something going on. Then, we started the Order Hall campaign and some of the quests, and it was just like, okay. And we very quickly realized, I did Warrior first, he did Shaman first, and we very quickly realized what was going on here. And so for the first time in World of Warcraft history, we went and leveled every single class to max level. That's still true to this day, it's worth noting. This is the only expansion that ever encouraged us to actually level our alts all the way to cap, simply to see all of the new content, the Order Hall content, the artifact content, and the, eventually the mount content, which we didn't even know existed at the time. It was shocking. And then every expansion since has failed to do that. But yeah, it was kind of the beginnings of the role quest concept, and it was really, really good. I do, don't just know. So Legion was this big reinvigorating thing, and I wanted to mention that because I've talked up Legion too much, and that is my fault, and I apologize. My memories of this expansion are extremely positive because it was this really weirdly awkward, weird arc getting from vanilla to Legion. It's just, it's wild. I can't even put it into words proper like. It was so much of a breath of fresh air. It was so much of an improvement on so many levels, gameplay-wise and story-wise, that I couldn't even. So we will see how well Legion actually scores without the advantage of, oh my gosh, this is super amazing, this is the WoW I've always wanted kind of a perspective. It's also one of the last times I actually did raids at level when they were still hard. In fact, second to last. The only thing I did after this was Old Year in BFA. So yeah, we're very quickly approaching the end of my knowledge about, you know, difficult raid. Anyways, so we're not going to watch the cinematic yet, and I swear there's a logic behind it, because the cinematic covers something called the Broken Shore. What we want to do first is wonder why my login screen is wrong. I just fixed this last night. What we want to do is we want to go back in time a little bit. All the way back to BC. Oh, god damn it. No.
Illidari. My demon hunters. With countless worlds burning in the Legion's wake, you answered the call. Yet these mortals in there...
So there's us down there.
...have come to destroy their own salvation. Our time is short. I will deal with these intruders. You must venture to Mardum and retrieve the Sargerite Keystone. Now go. But remember, should you fail, all worlds will burn.
So, yeah, we charge off to Mardum, which is one of the Legion prison worlds, right about the time at which, let's go ahead and fix a few things here. Right about the time at which our other characters are charging into the Black Temple back during BC. Now, there's actually several reasons why this is significant, but my personal favorite is the fact that it means our characters right now are the equivalent of a raid boss back in BC, which tracks. That makes perfect sense. Retcon? Yes. So, BC was a colossal mess narratively, as I spoke about many times, and was so broken that they just took most of the story things and flung them right out the window and completely retconned everything. Which, yeah. Good retcon. Definitely good retcon. Illidan is one of the only books that I actually enjoy from Warcraft, such as it is. What's down here? There's one other thing I need to fix. That. Okay. Now, forgive me for a moment. Yeah, that is just a bug from this patch. Quick thoughts on the Switch 2 name. No thoughts at all. Better than the alternative. So I should mention, Huthor really dislikes Illidan, and I don't blame him for that. Do not expect me to share that dislike. Illidan is probably going to be the source of many positives this expansion. Just kind of bearing the lead on that. What is Illidan? Don't worry about it for right now. For real, don't worry about it right now. We'll get to it. Oh, shit. Don't have one? That's interesting. We'll use yours. I just want to say that I disagree with Huthor's statement, and that's pretty much the biggest reason why I don't dislike him. If they actually did that, then I would dislike that, but I don't agree that they do. That's all. We'll get to it. Then again, Huthor also thinks Warcraft's story doesn't end in Legion, which I have never understood that mentality. No offense. Where are you? Let me get rid of a few things. This. This. Okay. Almost done, I swear. Does anyone remember what the name of the Illidari mount is? Not this one, the other one. Yeah, anybody who actually legitimately thinks that Illidan is anything other than a villain has absolutely no idea who or what Illidan is. I'm just going to say that as bluntly as I possibly can. Yeah, the Felbat thing. Damn it, I moved an inch.
Keystone is the crux of my plan to defeat the Burning Legion. It is also your only way back. Find it and return to the Black Temple.
Okay, so, first and foremost, that is already an indicator of what kind of a bastard Illidan is. You'll notice we've actually already had 2 indicators of how much of a bastard Illidan is. There it is. Thank you. Put that there for right now. So, first, during the assault on the Black Temple, his reaction isn't, oh, I guess I'll go try to talk to them or negotiate or do any kind of diplomacy whatsoever. It's, I will brutally murder my allies in order to save them. He doesn't say that, but that is what he means. He really is just, ugh. Second of all, just there, just now, his reaction to, like, he actually sets it up so that we are trapped here. Our only way out is victory. In other words, unless we do what he is commanding us to do, we will not survive. He couldn't just say, hey, go get this and go back. He had to ensure that their only way back was via the thing he wanted. That's very Illidan. Thank you, Master Man. As always, if you want to put that towards up to 3 things, please let me know. Yeah, only way out is through. Whoop, hello. Ship saw me. Hello, ship. Okay, so this is a good time to mention that the Burning Legion has spaceships. No, I don't mind that at all. Thank you for asking. In fact, I actually really like the tech level of the Legion they show off in this expansion. Yeah, they're basically necropoli. The only difference is they can dimensionally hop in addition to physically move. You probably can't even tell, but if you flip that thing upright, it turns into a floating fortress. Again, just like a necropoli. In fact, I would be astonished if that's not where these things were inspired by. Because, of course, a planet-hopping, galaxy-wide, burning, organized legion of incredible magical and technological advancement would have spaceships. Of course they would. Duh. Sorry. I've had the get the sci-fi out of WoW crowd yelling in my ear since BC, so forgive me. Real quick. The Legion would sweep the Combine so hard it wouldn't even be a funny act. So you may or may not notice we are starting with 41 negatives to gameplay. That's this is our crutch right here. These are all the abandonment negatives for Legion content. So this is our hurdle to overcome. How so legit? Do me a favor and never ask me that again. And the diet! Okay, I'm joking, I'm joking. If you'll forgive me, I don't want to sit here and really discuss the Legion 3 seconds into the expansion. Is that okay? Because the Legion is, and I'm going to say this one more time, a galaxy-sweeping, galactic-level superpower that has never been stopped. In fact, one of the more common theories, and this is a really strong theory they've never disproven, is that Azeroth is one of, if not the only, planets left with life on it. We're actually on what's left of another planet. This is Mardum. And you can see bits and pieces of it all over the place. So, that's fun. Anyways. I'm going to stick with Galactic, if that's okay with you, Kraken-san. And the reason why is actually very simple. You see, hang on, hear me out for a second. You may or may not have heard of this, but a galaxy is a big place. Like a really, really, like an extremely, like whatever words I use do not describe how big a galaxy is. Upping it to universal just shows that the writers have no idea what they're talking about at that point. I'm sorry, that's just true. And anything that tries to go above galaxy level is just writers trying to sound bigger. Oh, we're super big. We're multi-galactic. You're dumb. Moving on. Let's see. Yeah, Warhammer 40k, which is a colossally huge setting, doesn't go above galactic. Enough said. I'm going to go ahead and jot down Illidan, Velen, and Khadgar for character positives right now. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Okay. Now, let's take a look at this. Now, okay, I know not everyone agrees with this. Yes, Kraken-san, those are all the abandonment negatives. That every expansion except for Dragonflight and War Within will have baked in, depending on how much content is in that expansion. And as it happens, there's a lot of content in Legion. Go figure. So, check this out. What do you think of the brickwork? This is Mardum. It is a broken hellscape of fell death, as you can see. There are chunks and pieces of ships and terrain and rock and fell energy absolutely all over the place. Now, I bring this up because several people have said, this sucks. And I think it's because people get tired of the color green. And I'm not actually saying that hyperbolically or as a joke. I have heard the argument that Legion is too green, which I find hysterical if you know anything about the zones that exist in Legion. So, yeah, no, this place is a wonderful hellscape, in my opinion. If I could just give my opinion out there really quick. Obviously, we've got the literal frickin' ship rotating around there. I'll come back to that. But I love this particular palette. I love what they do with it. I love how they design it. The terrain is rocky and rough and craggy and broken. And it just gets across the idea that Mardum used to be a planet and hasn't been for a long time. And did you notice that the debris field is actually moving? In fact, there's actually multiple layers of the debris field that are moving in the distance there. There's like the part that's actually part of the skybox. And then there's chunks that are actually rotating around us. Then there's chunks that are very close to us, which you can actually see right there. And so forth and so on. Like, they've really put some work and effort into making Mardum look like Mardum should look like. In fact, we'll look for that later. We'll look for that later. And yeah, there's also this haze in space. That's just nether energy out there. Can you reach the chunks? I don't believe so, because you can't fly on Mardum. And yeah, even Argus has alternate zones. I kind of get your point, Uthor, because after all, I myself tend to get tired of the Legion song. But you notice they even play other songs here, too. So, this is brilliant and awesome. Oh, I didn't even notice that some of the stars are moving. You see that? Up there? Sorry. Yes, I am, Spartan, if nothing else, to get the dialogue. And yeah, there's a couple other worlds just kind of drifting here in the Nether. I should probably mention we are not in space traditional. We are specifically in the Nether here. So this is all Fel energy. This is the demon's home plane, to put it simply. Now, very briefly, we are demon hunters. And we probably don't know a lot about what that actually means. I'm actually quite fond of my appearance here for Never. By the way, what do you think of my name? I'm actually really proud of this, and I'm shocked that it wasn't taken. Never Rip. It even just rolls right off the tongue. Demon hunters, very, 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 very simply, have actually taken a demon's soul and merged it with their own. Which, yes, is exactly as horrifically terrible of an idea as that sounds. So we are constantly wrestling with the demon soul within ourselves and trying not to fall into it. It is going to be a non-stop problem for every demon hunter ever that they have a demon soul within them. Oh God, I didn't even think about Never Reap. Yeah, that wasn't on purpose. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward a little bit here. Let's look at our named. That's Jace Darkweaver. We'll see him in the future. That's Kain Sunfury. We'll see him in the future. That's Ilaria the Soul Eater. Now, I want to bring her up really quickly. Almost all of us here, we have our generic glaives, which look cool, don't mistake me, but we've all got glaives. Ilaria there, she has a scythe. Now, I just want to point this out because, believe it or not, that's actually a character point.
Everything. What have you given?
Also notice that he's a Sun Fury, which is a well-known family name amongst the Blood Elves. Over there we have Sevis Brightflame. We'll see him in it. Corvus Bloodthorn and Cyana Nightglaive. Every single one of these character names are going to... every single one of these characters are going to have some significance relatively as we keep going throughout the course of this section. So I just wanted to mention there's a reason they're all named and there's a reason they all have unique models, excuse me. So, we are one of the demon hunters who have been sent into Mardum by Illidan. We are specifically looking for the Sargerite Keystone. I'm just going to tell you what the Keystone is really quick, because it's one of those fascinating items, right? It's a supercomputer / hard drive that has information on every area, location, dimension, planet that the Legion has ever noticed and cataloged in its existence. And I love that. I love how the super amazing super weapon, which will be significant many times in this expansion, is just a hard drive, which has tons and tons of data on it. Info. Yeah, it's info, which makes so much sense. Information is power. I don't think it's convenient for the story. It is extremely convenient for the story. But convenience doesn't bother me if it makes sense. And tell me that someone like Sargeras wouldn't do that. One of the most common trends you're going to see in Legion is we're going to finally get some actual honest-to-God characterization for Sargeras. For the first time, if you're paying attention. Because Sargeras, and this is very, very important, is a Titan. First and foremost, he is not a demon. He's not a demon lord. He's not some evil eldritch thing. He is a Titan. Of course a Titan would make record of all of his assets. Of course a Titan would catalog everything as he goes. Yeah, Sargeras is the reason the Burning Legion is so terrifying and dangerous. Big army of demons? Yeah, it's, very organized big army of demons. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, the Sargeras ordered the demons, and that says all it needs to. Getting a bit ahead of myself, forgive me. Moving on. Let's talk to Kain here. Eons ago, Sargeras created Mardum to imprison demons. He also created the Sargerite Keystone to lock them away. But when the Titan decided to burn all creation, he shattered Mardum, sending its fragments hurtling through the Nether. Thus was born the Burning Legion. Sargeras safeguarded his keystone on this particular fragment. It's a skeleton key, allowing access to any Legion world. It's also key to Lord Illidan's plans.
If we do not meet again, die well.
Yeah. Our advanced force of demon hunters is here and has engaged the Legion. Make our presence known. Let's send a shiver down every demon's spine. Raise our colors with pride, never rip.
You heard Lord Illidan. Let's find that keystone.
Exactly, Lineruth.
We'll be able to invade any Legion world, even Argus.
Kill them all!
So, sorry. Did you see that? Did you happen to see that? Very, very subtle but brilliant tutorialization immediately. Little dispel thing, and all the people rush ahead of you, and they all double jump, which encourages the player to do it. And the player just kind of naturally finds out about the glide. Can I just say very, very quickly, we're obviously not really covering classes yet, but this is such a quiet and subtle thing that Demon Hunters have that is probably legitimately their best feature. This right here adds an insane amount of mobility to what Demon Hunters are and can do. Obviously, we have a double jump, but also we have a glide, which we can activate at will in the air. If you're plummeting, boop. No, you're not. Yeah, Evokers took this and ran with it because of course they did. This also means you have way more maneuverability in, like, terrain. And, of course, it's just kind of cool. Oh, one more little detail. I've done the math. This is slightly faster than running. You may or may not have seen me do this a lot when we're doing, like, raids and stuff. The reason why is because it's faster than running. Hang on, my bars are wrong. Let me fix that really quick. Anything else that I'm missing? Nope. Cool.
You will not gain the keystone!
By the way, a lot more voice acting in Legion. Even random trash is going to start having voice acting in Legion, so get used to that. One of the unfortunate realities...
Queen Tirana orders your death!
One of the unfortunate realities is that Warlords kind of sucked, right? I mean, it was still a net positive expansion, but it had a lot of issues. The dev team, I actually have talked about this before, the dev team made the decision relatively early into Warlords development to just kind of not develop Warlords. There's a reason why Warlords only has one content patch, and it's incredibly microscopic. There's a reason why when we were covering the content, we went from a pre-rendered cutscene, or rather a in-engine cutscene, immediately to another in-engine cutscene, and didn't really skip any content in the process. Now, obviously, the real reason for that was because Warlords was getting beaten over the head, with Titan. But it does nevertheless mean that they decided to pull back completely and go ahead and move on with
Will be the one dying today, demon.
Legion. So Legion isn't probably pound for pound longer than, say, Cataclysm, but it's the only expansion that might challenge it because they had so much extra time to work on it. Also, for the record, I agree with you, Huthor. Having this be a last-minute Hail Mary from Illidan would have worked better for me. Even if he didn't say that, even if he wasn't willing to admit to it, if it actually was, like, in some way we find out in his private moments, like we see the Journal of Illidan, he's like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Very end.
You know, to his followers, to his minions, we will do this, and it will all be according to my plan. But actually, no, he has no idea what he's doing. He's just rolling the dice.
We will cleanse the universe in fire!
Speaking of which, good rest of it. Some of you, probably in the back of your mind, are wondering something. Why do people willingly join the Legion? It's worth noting most people, especially higher-end people who join the Legion, aren't ignorant of what the Legion is about, as that guy just mentioned. We're going to cleanse the universe in fire. So, why? Why join them? The funny thing is, the answer is really, really simple. You can die now, or, hear me out, you can be made immortal and be part of a giant army that sweeps over worlds and live for years or centuries or millennia, and then die. Which would you pick? Oh yeah, speaking of which, if you die now, your soul's probably going to be fuel. And no, that is not a pleasant experience. Remember, that ship up there? I actually talked about this before. There's a wonderful efficiency to these things. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the damn ship? I lost the spaceship. I lost the spaceship, guys. Well, whatever. That ship up there, it runs on souls. Souls are a very efficient power source, but they burn out. So you always need to be getting new souls to feed into the fire. Which means they always need to be conquering new planets, claiming as many new souls as they can, and then feeding them to their engines to then go conquer new planets. It's this wonderful pseudo-perpetual motion machine that is designed to eventually run out. Because remember, the goal is to wipe the board clean. The goal is to etch-a-sketch everything. So of course they use that kind of technology. I really did. I lost the ship. Maybe it's actually not there anymore. We might have moved forward in layers.
You will not gain the Keystone!
We must find the Sargerite Keystone.
It's fine. It's fine. There's actually another reason people tend to join the Legion. Because what else is there to do? Despair, put simply. There's no hope. There's no defeating the Legion. That's insanity. Yeah, it would be wise.
Jace, Alari, find the Keystone. Now, let's see about activating that gateway.
Yeah, but yeah, sorry. It's the Lord of the Rings thing, right? Saruman the Wise joins Sauron because it is the wise... Because there's no resistance. There's no hope. No possible defense can be had against that.
Lord Illidan knows the way. Death to the Legion.
That ought to get their attention. Now let's get on to the business of summoning the rest of our forces.
Do not give in to the power of the Legion.
So, Lord Illidan has placed you in charge. Now we just need the rest of our Illidari attack force. There are 3 Burning Legion gateways ahead. Activate them and our Illidari will pour forth through the Black Temple. Like most Legion constructs, the gateways are powered by souls. I think we've provided enough to activate the first one, don't you? Let's bring in the Ashtongue.
Activate all 3 gateways and summon in the rest of our forces. I'll cut a hole through the demons and meet you in the volcano.
I will join you. Let's kill some more demons.
I do love killing demons. So yeah, one of the things I love about this is the Illidari is the organization name, not the name of the demon hunters.
Plenty of souls were sacrificed here. The activator is powered.
In case you thought I was joking about this soul-powered tech, by the way.
I will move ahead and find Alari.
I present you with a gift from Lord Illidan himself.
That's right.
My forces are yours.
Ashtongue. Now,
I will assist in establishing the volcano foothold.
can I talk, please?
Ashtongue, forward!
One of the things I find most fascinating about this is, if you remember in Black Temple, we had to help Akama free the Ashtongue from Illidan's control. And yet quite a few Ashtongue remain loyal to the Illidari and the concept in general, which actually makes a tremendous amount of sense to me. That even these particular broken, knowing, that Illidan is an evil jackass, which he is, it's worth noting, nevertheless would stay on his side because they think he's one of the only choices, one of the only options for actually getting anything done. Like, I don't know how better to put that. Anybody who actually understands the scope and scale of the threat would probably at least consider being like, okay, I'll put up with that jackass. Because, honestly, people have put up with much worse people for much worse reasons. I mean, you remember the people who followed Garithos, for Christ's sakes? He wasn't even right. Thank you, Mulkerblade. As always, I will put that towards trails in the skyblock. Legends. Hills of Graces. FR. And so they actually give us our mount, like, right off the bat. Which I kind of like. So here you go, have a mount. It also showcases what bonus objectives are. We talked about bonus objectives back in
Did I
Warlords.
just see one of the gateways activate? I want a full report! Now!
Those things spew fell energy, corrupting everything they touch.
Over here. Lord Illidan
I
knows
saw them run by. Not the most impressive of our troops, but the Ashtongue have been infected in the past.
death to the Legion.
I'm using the Scythe of Souls to interrogate the demons, but they do not know anything about the location of the Sargerite Keystone. They just keep repeating their loyalty to some queen. Cyana and Jace have moved ahead. Unfortunately, I think Cyana got herself captured trying to help some of the other demon hunters. Something not quite right with her.
Trust in Lord.
Cyana went down to the Molten Shore. She was going to help some of the demon hunters who came through the gateway ahead of us. Instead, she got herself into trouble. This Inquisitor revealed she's being held prisoner by a new type of demon called a Jailer. Thing sucks the souls out of its victims. I doubt they can hold much longer.
Remember, nothing is more important.
This demon has proved less than useful. I have been using the Scythe of Souls on it, but so far it's resisted my inquiries. We'll see how long that lasts, but I have a different idea. There's a fresh Inquisitor up ahead. They're horrific spellcasters who see through their floating eyes and specialize in pacts, and if you steal its power, Jace could use some of its ritual to spy on the Legion. Better yet, you'll gain power by ripping it from its smoking corpse.
Good luck. I will make my way up to the foothold as soon as I am done with this demon.
Our next gateway's down on the Molten Shore. Our Coilscar forces are waiting in the Black Temple on the other side. Personally, I wouldn't have chosen to bring our Naga allies, but their leader did swear fealty, so I suppose we'll see. We'll have to find a way to the part of the gateway. Like this gateway, it runs on souls. He grins as he says this.
I will meet you down at the gateway, on the Molten Shore.
I hadn't had a chance to look at it yet, Dakota, other than like a few seconds, but it looked a lot like...
Wield will not be enough!
it looked a lot like They Are Billions, but like with a Warcraft skin, which actually sounds kind of cool. Whoa, hello. We'll have to deal with that in a minute. Oh, it's the Jailer! This is him! This is it! And he's dead. Okay.
Ashtongue serve.
Your soul will so eager to be enslaved.
Coming
I
up.
will never be taken prisoner again. Never!
I guess these are Anguish
I
Jailers.
will destroy all of you.
Demon hunters are using the gateways! Inquisitor Baleful? Who is this? Speak! In this place, you are the hunted.
Hurry! You don't have much time.
Light. Must remember the light.
I am as good as dead. Do what must be done. Mystic, thank you for your sacrifice.
You'll come back sometime.
I will see you at the final gateway.
There's our Naga allies.
Illidari, Commander. I present the Coil Scar. Lord Illidan sends his best wishes for a speedy success. I assume the foothold has been established. Let's go. Lovely. Another fell volcano.
There's our ship. I found the ship, guys.
Invaders! Warn the Brood Queen!
God, that is a very large infernal. So.
I can see your secrets.
Something I really like about this section. Whoop.
Enough! My colossal infernal will crush you!
And the Coil Scar Hooper. And the demons.
Lady Sathenel requested I join you.
My eyes! My eyes!
Is he gonna do it? Yeah, Illidan came back and we're on his side now. What?
Yes.
We'll talk about a comma later. Because it is actually going to come up. Believe it or not. Well, his eyes were very delicious. I've almost finished the bonus objective without even trying, too. He's a comma. He's a very tolerant, understanding,
The pain!
chill kind of a guy. Get out of there.
A slight setback. I assure you, it will not happen again.
I've actually theorized for a while that a lot of the normal stuff that people wouldn't put up with is kind of pushed to the side for a bit during Legion because, and this is important, it's during Legion.
So weak! Into my cage you go.
The Legion must be stopped before they burn our world.
I almost lost the fight against the fell energy inside me.
Yeah, exactly. Illidan is the lesser of the two evils.
I am your judge, jury, and executioner.
Might as well get the bonus objective while we're right here.
Into my cage you go. You dare attack us here?
Yeah, you know.
I sense greater power within you. Have you stolen a demon's essence?
Maybe. Look, all I did was eat his eyes, okay? He looked so good.
We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation.
Jace, what is the Nether Crucible? Crucible? It's a device we can use to scry on others or communicate across great distances. We can even use it to contact other dimensions. However, it needs fell energy. The more distant the target, the more energy required.
Do not give in to the power of
What's
the
your
Legion.
opinion of the Shivarra? Shivarra and many other demons swore fealty to Lord Illidan when he defeated their former master, the Pit Lord Magtheridin. We also have the Naga, Broken, and some other creatures working for us. If the Lord of Outland's okay with it, then that's good enough for me.
Trust in Lord Illidan's plan. Death to the Legion.
Some of our demon hunters are missing. Did you see them back on the Molten Shore?
Remember,
Their souls were being sucked dry by a jailer demon. The Burning Legion in this place is far more powerful and brutal than we've ever seen before.
if we don't meet again, die well.
An Inquisitor's essence. Perfect. Illidari was right. Now to complete my ritual and spy on the demon's leadership.
Do not give in to the power of the Legion.
Grim business, but we've all sacrificed just about everything to get where we are. We will do anything it takes to defeat the Burning Legion. Anything.
Trust in Lord Illidan's plan.
Dragon Isles await. We can use some of that essence to complete my ritual. We'll be able to spy on the Legion leaders and see what they're planning.
Use the Crucible to complete the ritual.
Hold on. You know, Raytheon's like, hey! The Dragon Isles! The Dragon Isles! It's Raytheon. The Dragon Isles! Raytheon!
There are demon hunters on my world, Doom Commander. This is unacceptable.
My Eridar are summoning in more demons to attack them from behind, Your Highness.
Do not let them enter the volcano. The key to the Legion's worlds must not fall into their hands, Beliash.
I will personally deal with their leader, my queen.
See that you do.
So yeah, those are spider demons.
My life is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion.
That's new. She looks like some kind of spider demon. As if the Legion needed spiders.
Death to the Legion.
Our Shivarra demonesses are waiting at the Black Temple. It's a gamble, bringing them here. They used to be part of the Legion, after all. But they are some of the most powerful in Lord Illidan's arsenal. He looks at you for a long moment. I have a feeling that the ultimate sacrifice is going to have to be made to summon them in.
If we don't meet again, die well.
The Doomguard commander and his queen must be dealt with. His Eridar are summoning in a huge number of reinforcements. We need to put an end to him before the Legion overruns our new foothold at the volcano. As an added benefit, you could steal his power.
Beliash is protected by those spires of woe. You'll want to deactivate them. Good luck. I'll see you up in the volcano.
So one thing that makes me a bit sad, and I just noticed what's happening. Back in the day, back when this is new, and I get why they don't do this anymore, is as you would kill these named demons, you would rip abilities out of them. As you rip abilities out of them, that would be how you trained. So rather than having a trainer you talked to and spent money on, you would kill a demon, drain it of its essence, and then gain a new ability. And that was a very cool way to do that. Understandably, logically, that can't work anymore because, well, a lot of those abilities are now talents. So I imagine in Dragonflight is when that was no longer true. Because, well, you may not have noticed, we're already level 10. And these quests, which are like, here, kill this person to gain his essence, gives you a twisted heart rather than an ability. Do you mind? That's unfortunate. But whatever. Yeah, you started at level 100. You were ready to go to immediately walk into Legion, the expansion, I mean.
Defend the portal!
We have a huge problem here.
Yeah.
The Battle Lord sent me.
See if I can even reach it. Yeah, it was kind of like how the Death Knights used to end at 60. 58 or whatever. Okay, please stop. Please stop. Thank you.
My life is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion.
The Brood Queen must have done something to this gateway. Not even the souls of several more are enough to unlock it. The soul of a demon hunter, however, should do the trick. You have a choice to make, Neverrip. One of us must die. So what do we decide? Do we kill ourselves for the cause? Or do we force this pathetic whelp to die for a sacrifice for my... No, that's... Of course we're going to die. So, yeah. Suicide! Are you certain? You're far more important to the mission than me. Yeah, no.
Do not give in to the... Your sacrifice will not be in vain.
So we die. And yeah, we are already a better person than Illidan, which makes sense. We are, after all, heroes, unlike him. But then this happens.
Interesting. Like me, you have an immortal demon soul. You cannot truly die. Instead, your soul will make its way to the twisting nether. There, you will wait until you can find a suitable body to inhabit. Now get back into your corpse while there is still time, and bring me the Keystone.
This is cute, but I'm not going to give it a negative or a positive, because it is ultimately just cute. It's a wink wink, this is how, you know, corpse runs work in lore. Except that isn't how corpse runs work in lore. Here's the Shivarra.
Ah, there you are. Lord Illidan has placed my Shivarra at your disposal. A small force has infiltrated the Black Temple, but the Shatari army is still being repelled. We are to obtain the Sargerite Keystone with all due haste, and return to aid in the defense. If you will excuse us. Come, my dears, up the volcano to the foothold.
Love how polite she is. That would be hysterical, Uthor. Oh, and allow me to agree with Uthor. Illidan would never make the sacrifice we just made. Even knowing he wouldn't die, he would just be like, no, I must save our people. I will remember your sacrifice,
Those fires give you trouble. Take out the stabilizers.
Deal with these insects, Beliash.
They will die!
Did you stop fighting in the fire?
You won't survive, Inferno Peak.
Thank you. And yeah, you see that? Beliash slain and power taken, except we don't get any power. Oh, that's a good point. Legion's great. Okay, we're good. Good morning, Sean. I will say this, I don't know how Legion's going to score, but if this ends up being the third highest scoring expansion, I will not be surprised. Because if I'm being honest, in my mind, there are only two that might actually contest it. And you know which ones those are.
Mount up! The Legion is not playing around. They've unleashed their devastators. We bear
Third overall.
through. Most of us, anyway. We're under bombardment up here, too.
And yeah, Dragonflight and War Within.
Blind! Kill them!
Aim, then fire! Yeah, like it or not, several of the bad design decisions, which we will talk about, don't actually exist anymore in Legion. Go figure. And trust me, they were bad design decisions.
You made it through.
Hey, if they ever go back and actually backport, you know, the follower dungeons and the follower raids, I will gladly get rid of those negatives. You think I want to give like 50 bonus negatives to every expansion? because they just keep abandoning content.
Lord Illidan knows the way.
Azeroth must not fall.
Never, Rip. We must take the fight to the Legion here in the volcano. They must be destroyed before we fly up to the Brood King's command ship, the Fellhammer. Then we'll kill her, take the Keystone, and return to the Black Temple. No small feat. We'll manage.
Remember, nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction.
Also true, Blade Taval. Remember, most dungeons don't, and all raids, don't get the inordinate quantity of positives they should be getting. Like, we talked about that in Foundry just yesterday. Blackrock Foundry is one of the best raids in the entire game, and by consequence, one of the best raids in gaming. No gameplay positives. Ugh. Like, that hurts. You know? Grim, but demon hunters are no strangers to sacrifice. We've given everything to become what we are. The Legion will fall. We await your orders.
Trust in Lord Illidan's plan.
Already the flow of demons from below has slowed to a trickle. I can sense the Doomguard's energy. You have become more powerful and gained a buff item.
Do not give in to the power of the Legion.
All that's left is to deliver order to your other Illidari captains. The mightiest of Legion's forces have arrayed themselves within the volcano. They'll not remain on the defensive for long. We must strike first, and we must strike hard. Once we destroy them, we can fly up to the command ship, defeat the Queen, and take the Keystone. Lord Illidan will be pleased.
The Spider Fortress, the Soul Engine, and the Forge are their primary targets. The servants of Illidan must succeed.
They'll probably never fix raids, and that is a goddamn shame. And I have nothing else to add to that.
How can I aid you, little one?
Milady, take your Naga north. Disrupt the ritual that are being performed at the Soul Engine.
Fight well. A fine task for the Coil Scar. I am in agreement. Let us be done with this business. A volcano is no place for Naga.
Hey, do you need some extra water? Did we bring water? Kind of, Blade 12. We'll actually get to it relatively soon. I'm not actually 100% sure how it's presented in-game now, so I look forward to seeing it.
I'd sooner kill you than look at you. But let's start with look.
Matron Mother, I need you to take your Shivan across the gap to the Forge of Corruption. Make them suffer.
Let's do this again. We will see it done. I urge you to remember that the Black Temple is under attack. Time is of the essence. Come, sisters. Our former brethren await our tender mercies.
Live another day.
Battlelord, your forces will assault the Doom Fortress to the southeast. Stop the mass of their demons from attacking us.
Peace for you. It will be as you say. Ashtongue, with me!
God, Black Temple was really bad for loot drama. BC in general was really bad for loot drama. It contained most of the baggage of vanilla, but the loot was better. So, like, now people were arguing even more over it. I hated that crap.
We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation.
Our forces have engaged. Soon we will stand victorious with Lord Illidan at the Black Temple.
Trust in Lord Illidan's plan.
Thank you, Raytheon. Jace, Darkweaver, swears that for a split second he sensed a demonic presence up and behind us. He took some of our forces to the cave to investigate. They found nothing, but he is certain something is amiss. Will you lend him your guidance? And more importantly...
We cannot launch our attack until we are sure we won't be flanked.
Your
Yes, let's be certain to take care of that.
Your spectral sight. I'll go ahead and take I-beams while we're here. Best ability in the entire game. That is barely a joke. Even completely untalented I-beams are fantastic. Because they do this. Now, I know that's a bad way to showcase that, but I swear I'll swivel the camera around at some point so you can really see what I-beams do. Jace.
Azeroth must not fall. Will you use your spectral sight on the cave entrance? Something's not right. I've sacrificed.
I knew I sensed something foul. Now that you've uncovered the demons, I can sense them too. Specifically, a very powerful Fell Lord in the cave. You need to grab his power while you can. If you can deal with the leader, we'll take care of the rest. That's what Fell Beams look like. I-beams.
They won't escape us! Illidari, attack!
Yeah, it's very visceral, very fun. It also does an absolutely insane amount of damage. I believe technically this is where we're supposed to get Fell Beams. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That murdered me. Holy crap. Alright, hold up, hold up. Wasn't ready for that to do a quarter of my health per tick. Hey, Kyrian lady, I know you don't exist yet because the Kyrians wouldn't be invented until, like, the next expansion. But could you, thank you. Appreciate you.
My lighter will die to serve.
The purple cloud killed me. Yes, next one is BFA. Legion, BFA, Shadowlands. Hello. And then Dragonflight, and then War Within. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do a short dart to get ready for the LGAs after Legion. So, one more time.
The Fell Lord is just ahead!
If it takes me a week to get footage together for the LGAs, I am doing something very wrong. Correct. War Within will be just launched, just like we just did with Dawn Trail. There's actually one other thing I plan to do, but it shouldn't take long either.
Spectral sight.
Sorry about that, buddy. Have some I-beams.
I would have sundered your force.
Delicious demons. Oh Jesus, Cashel. Okay, let me give you a full dissertation on the Eastern Front of World War II here. Or just ask me how to calculate pi. Okay. I'm not gonna go that far, Velcro Blade. I usually capture footage fresh. Like, I still have most of my save files, so I just fire up the game in question, grab like 2 minutes of footage from it, and then uninstall the game and move on to the next game.
Bid me come to help.
Still, I have to do that for like 80 games or whatever, so it is going to take me a minute. And it all has to be organized and put in order, and I have to do the audio side of things. It's a whole thing. I effectively can't do that off camera.
I have sacrificed everything. What have you given?
Want to get footage from my review? I guess I can, but I'll only do that if I have no other choice. After all, remember, most of my footage, and by that I mean all my footage, looks like this. So the only actual thing I could grab would be over there, which would mean grabbing that and expanding that to be over here, which means nice, big, blurry, bad-looking footage. So again, I'll only do that if I have no choice on the matter.
If we do not meet again,
Like a Starfield.
Die well.
Because I'm not reinstalling Starfield. Excellent. You've absorbed that Fell Lord's power and become more powerful in turn. Now we can fully concentrate on destroying the Legion and their brood queen.
Death to the Legion!
Jace's wards are not going to hold out much longer. We need someone to go there and make sure those Legion Devastators are destroyed. He pointedly looks at you.
We will not last much longer if those Devastators are not destroyed.
One of the demons that I interrogated revealed a particularly juicy bit of information. Apparently there's an imp mother in the volcano that scribes Legion's secrets. Corvus is going to have to find that demon and bring the secrets back to us.
Last I saw, Corvus cut a swath of destruction on her way across the bridge.
Yep, yes, those devastators must be silenced, but there's also a great deal more to be done. Despite the odds, we're counting on you. The Brood Queen's primary leaders are in control of the volcano and must be killed. We must smash the Legion and do everything necessary to obtain absolute victory.
They outnumber us by an order of magnitude. Can we defeat them?
Yeah, I think we got this, Sienna. Don't worry about it. Oh god, no, I've done it again. First I talked up Legion.
I commend you on a good start. However, your forces are already wavering.
And now I've talked up Dragonflight.
Forward to us meeting, but you will not survive.
It's you who won't survive, Demon Witch!
How droll. Even from up here, I can sense your uncertainty. Tell me, dear, have you considered joining us?
Captains, report!
We've encountered heavy resistance near the Soul Engine.
Our assault is underway. I'll join in when you attack the Overseer.
Battlelord, report! Cartoon!
If you would, please. What Uthor says is true on both accounts. Like I mentioned, it's hard for me to be objective about Legion because it was such a massive improvement in what I wanted from World of Warcraft in general. It is also worth noting that the one and only time I truly quit this game was during Shadowlands.
For Lord Illidan.
And going from that nonsense to Dragonflight was just a gigantic breath of fresh air. So we'll see how well Dragonflight does. Like, I think I've mentioned this before. I don't actually have any real predictions for how well any given expansion will do going forward. Not really. I wouldn't be surprised if Legion is the number 3 slot. But if it is not the number 3 slot, then that makes sense. Legion does have its issues. Freaking spiderlings.
The Burning Legion will be destroyed!
That device you just destroyed helps stabilize the Legion's buildings. See if there are others around the fortress.
It helps that we're finally playing the best class in the game, though, I'll be honest. I know not everyone thinks that, and they're okay to be wrong.
This is embarrassing.
I got you.
Oh, want your little broken Draenei back?
That's true, I have not played Evoker. But having played
Heroes of the Alliance, the Dragon Isles
Raytheon.
have awakened
Raytheon!
and beckon the dragon.
You will be avenged, my love!
You two... You know, I don't actually want to know. I don't want to know. No, I do not want to know. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Soul Harvesters are a vile Legion creation.
they're used on fresh corpses, collecting souls to fuel the Legion's soul engines. You saved those Illidari from a fate worse than death.
Anyways, yeah, Raytheon, go away. You're not in Legion, weirdly enough. What was I in the middle of saying? 70 years, Act. When do we finish this? I was gonna say something. Oh, Demon Hunter, Demon Hunter. I want to explain a little bit about why, here on Act. Have a good one. Why I put Demon Hunter on such a pedestal when it comes to class design.
I did not make it this far just to die on this rock.
It's because it is incredibly well designed. It's not that complex. There are classes which have more nuance, more depth, more layers, more complexity to them. But Demon Hunter is incredibly well balanced within itself. Virtually every ability has exactly the right level of cooldown and impact and ways to also synergize with other abilities to perfectly... It's like a perfect triangle, for lack of a better way to put that. Sure, it's not as complex as, say, a dodecahedron or whatever, but it's crazy well designed.
Their allegiance.
No, Mega Skullman Spockman. Could you stop shooting me with fell energy, please? I got plenty of that as is, thanks. Yeah, the cinematic leads directly to the Broken Shore, so we won't be doing the cinematic until we get to the Broken Shore. Corvus.
My life is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion.
See this giant cave? There's a terrifyingly powerful imp mother inside. But that's not the good part. The good part is what she has. Apparently she's a keeper of some fell secrets. She's in there performing profane Legion rites, inscribing them into a book. We need that power. We need her tome.
The Imp Mother is in that cave right there.
Yeah, I heard you things.
I have to go. Kane's called me back to handle something. He probably needs help killing a demon.
Yeah, knowing Kane, that would make sense. I actually forgot about that. I was wondering why you said that as Miristar. Vengeance took a while to get into a good place. I will actually agree to that.
Burn your kneecaps off!
Get away! You cannot have my tome! They're stealing our secrets, my queen!
Recover that tome at all costs, my minions!
The Shivarra serve.
No Murlocs. That is a real thing that exists in this game. So yeah, that's our Imp Mother. We actually got a tiny hint of those when we were fighting Gorefiend back in the last raid. I don't. I get it at 16.
My Naga are trapped by a nearby pit lord.
Ugh. Do I have to deal with a pit lord now for you?
That you honor our pact and come to their aid.
Fine. Nobody tell Oculus about the Murloc Paladins. I mean, a Demon Hunter spec being really good at mobility feels correct to me.
There is a Dreadlord inside that soul engine.
I will not let you down.
Murloc Space Marines. I might have that one. Hang on, I'm being attacked by some stuff. Hang on.
This demon will die from 1,000 cuts.
Could you stop, please? Thank you. Prot Warrior's niche. I always think of it as utility. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, there he is. There he is. Murloc Space Marine, right there.
Kill them before they get up to the
Only the rarest of Murloc is able to successfully cross dimensional barriers. Fewer still return with the kind of advanced armor and weaponry possessed by Grunty. That's actually really funny, Huthor. I think I've mentioned this, but I actually did Mythic Pluses in Dragonflight. And it's one of the most toxic encounters I've ever had with another player, was someone, whoa, okay, constantly belittling my tanking. While we were succeeding, I feel like adding. Like, we were well ahead of the curve, and we got a +4 on our key, and it's like, oh god, you're so crap. I wonder if that's partially because of that.
I've sacrificed everything.
Can you feel the power emanating from the book?
Trust in Lord Illidan's plan.
No power.
Remember, nothing is more important than the
True leadership's hard to come by. Leading from the front's a rarer trait. In this setting?
Remember, nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction.
I'm in complete agreement. From where I'm standing, you utterly decimated their forces. What do you think? We were to fly up to the command center and take the Keystone?
If we do not meet again, die well.
Raytheon, don't do it. Don't do it. Let's go with Immolate for now. Not that I even have Immolate yet. I was going to say, I am a damn good tank, but yeah, you're probably right. He was probably expecting me to Ultra Omega pull everything and just effortlessly breeze through everything. And instead, I was tanking a hard dungeon. The demons made a grave error inscribing their secrets into this book. The fell energy emanating from it is potent. It's only enough to enact one of their rituals. After that, the book will be consumed.
Whatever you choose, it will feel
I must choose a specialization between Havoc or Vengeance. This is when we get our talents. I choose Havoc, which I already am. His stuff. Look,
my life is dedicated to destroy.
Surprising. I agree. Well chosen, Neverrip. Now you must teach the rest of us.
Trust in Lord Illidan's plan.
This is why the Legion fears us. We have the ability to turn their secrets against them, and in so doing become stronger.
Teach us what you have learned.
Alright, let's go.
We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation.
Here are the secrets I have uncovered.
If we do not meet again, die well. The demonic energy. I feel deadlier.
Kane?
Lord Illidan knows the way. I can feel it coursing through my veins, altering my body.
Yeah, ain't that the truth, Uthor? Is Jace here? Jace was here earlier, but I don't see him right now. He might be up top.
Lord Illidan knows the way. I could destroy the Legion on my own.
Corvus. Corvus.
Lord Illidan knows the way.
Sienna?
Death to the Legion. More. I want more power.
Sienna. Okay, we're cool, we're cool. Manathrel?
We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation.
Prepare yourself. I'm going to fill you with the power of the Legion's secrets.
Do not give in. Wait! I can't contain.
No! Manethral!
Now, this is going to sound funny. He's one of the lucky ones. There are much worse fates for demon hunters. Don't worry, we'll be seeing all of them.
My life is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion.
I blame myself. Manethral was already struggling. It's a never-ending battle we endure to control the fell energies we've taken in. Maybe it'd be best if you held off on teaching those for now. We cannot afford to lose anyone else.
Death to the Legion!
It's time! We've dealt the Legion's forces a crippling blow, which they will not recover. Quickly, let's mount up and take flight.
Come on! Let's get up there!
Really?
Good luck to all of you. I will get the rest of us up there. If we do not meet again.
Up we go. Don't look down. Don't look down. Ah! Okay, I gotta know what they're doing to prod. I saw the renowned track stuff, but hang on, where's the PTR change? Here we go. Prod. What are they doing? What are they doing? All ability damage increased, shield slam increased, brace for impact stacks up to 3 times. Punish reduces damage by 4% instead of 2. Blood Surge has a chance to increase rage by 5 instead of 3. Instigate causes devastation by 2 instead of 1. Interesting. That's a pretty big buff, yeah.
I've sacrificed everything.
Can you sense her power? It'll take all of you combined. Even so, I better secure a way out of here.
Trust in Lord...
Never rip. Brood Queen Tirana is just ahead of the command chamber. The others already charged in. She has the keystone. Finally, the object of all our sacrifices at hand.
I'll secure the exit portal back to the Black Temple once the others fly up here. Hurry. Kane has already launched the attack on Tirana.
Damn it, Kane! Alright. Also, really quick, I love this updated solar system look.
Demon hunters are nothing!
Just take it in for a second.
The Keystone was entrusted to me by Sargeras himself! You will not have it!
The best part is we only really 100% know what one of those things is, which is Azeroth. The others, there's still some debate about what each of those are. Peekaboo. Have some I-beams.
Can resist my kiss. Come forth, my children! Feast upon our enemies!
Why am I fighting Jace? Oh, okay. There we go.
Come forth, my children! Feast upon our enemies!
That's a good point. Azeroth is flat. I've flown across it, I should know. Is that map accurate? Well, I don't see Arathi on it, so I'm going to go with no. Maybe they have a cloaking shield? I don't know. I mean, that's already happened. Pandaria was already cloaked in mists, so...
Grab the Keystone. Let's get to the portal down below and back to the Black Temple.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of Dodge. Run.
We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation.
Now that we have the Keystone in our possession, just one last thing to do.
Do not give in to the power of the Legion. Remember,
actually, I like what Kane says here.
The Legion's destruction.
We have accomplished the impossible. I must admit, I had my doubts about your leadership, Neverrip, but no more. Let's get back and put an end to the attack on the Black Temple. Lord Illidan awaits.
If we do not meet again, hurry! Use the Keystone.
Yeah, notice we're already the Slayer, by the way.
We must rejoin the fight at the Black Temple.
Khadgar is fine. Remember, in lore, Khadgar is an island. A small island. In fact, frankly, so are the Dragon Isles in lore. It's not a whole continent. And same thing with Zandalar and Ultiras. That's fine. But they apparently have a whole other continent on the other side of the planet, and that's just whatever. Thank you, Pokemiibo. I'll put that towards Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3. Which I guess would mean Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, and 2. But I'm kidding. Let's get out of here. Game. Oh, there it is. So, if you remember, just to refresh you really quick, when we last left Illidan, he was preparing to fight off us, that is to say, our previous characters back in BC as we were storming the Black Temple.
No. Lord Illidan has fallen.
Illidari! Avenge the Master!
You bear the mark of his corruption. And so the demon's blood within you will be your prison. Take them to the vault. There they shall be with the betrayer forever.
So it's been about 5 years, 5 or 6 years now. That
has come, Cortana. Prove your loyalty.
That is Cordana Felsong. A major plot point that is not in the game anymore.
The Legion has broken the seal! Quickly, sisters! Defend the vault! Lady Maiev, we need you!
There is something I must do first. Illidari. I've spent my entire life as Keeper of the Wicked. Thousands of years, my only solace, knowing the world is kept safe from your kind. But I would do anything to save Azeroth. Even if it means releasing you. Will you help us, Demon Hunter?
So. No, I'm out. No, I'm sorry. Pluses. Pluses. Pluses! Yeah, the Maiev who was in a book which nobody even remembers at this point. God, that freaking book. What do I want to go for on this one? Let's go over here. I want Chaos Nova. So yeah, we are broken out. And now we're in the Vault of the Wardens, a dungeon, which we'll be doing later. There's Kane, and over there is someone named Altruist. I'm not sure who that is. I wouldn't worry about that guy. We cannot fight our way out of the vault alone. 2 of your allies are imprisoned within the room. Free them with haste. Their strength will be of great use to us.
I will need your help to stop Gul'dan. Free the other Illidari, quickly!
Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Negative to story. Abandonment. Let me be extremely clear about this. This is a fascinating and, frankly, in my opinion, well-written story beat that is completely absent from the game. Follow the dominoes with me, okay? Raytheon decides to go ahead and enact his plan to create a horde of hordes. That's absent from the game. As a result, the events of Warlords happen. Okay, no biggie. During the events of Warlords, Khadgar and Cordana both go out to past alternate Draenor in order to try and, deal with the forces of the Shadow Council, most notably Gul'dan himself. During the course of that quest arc, they free Garona, but they also have to constantly work with a device called a Shadow Orb. If you remember the Shadow Orb, you should, because it was actually in Frozen Throne. It was, in fact, something that several people argued to be a thing that was corrupting Maiev the entire time through Frozen Throne itself. So the Shadow Orb corrupts Cordana over time, as it allows Cordana to slowly slip into the despair and despondency that Fel loves to inflict upon people. I shouldn't say Fel. The Legion inflicts on people. I'll be interrupted by Baron really quick to say thank you. Thank you, Baron, very much. Always appreciate. I will go ahead and put this towards Pokemon Violet, Yakuza Kiwami 2, and Buckshot Roulette. So Cardano was slowly corrupted by the orb, which meant that she decided to turncoat and ended up joining Gul'dan when he ended up getting flung through the portal by Archimonde. Why is that significant? Because it directly leads to their attack here on the Warden's Vault, which, among other things, leads to the release of us, the Demon Hunters, for the side of Azeroth, and also is directly the reason why that Gul'dan is able to claim a certain prize, which we'll talk about later, which then allows for certain events to happen after that. It is a hell of a domino chain, but it culminates in the victory that we have at the end of Legion. It is... I'm actually pretty sure it's by accident that it's this well written, but it is extremely well written how this minuscule little change, this one side character, is the first domino in a huge chain of events that leads to the end of Legion. Moving on. Get out of there, Altruis.
How many years were wasted in that cell?
That's 6. Give or take. I agree. If Maiev hadn't released the Demon Hunters, that is a huge force for Azeroth that would not be part of the board.
I am awake? How is this possible?
It was badly written drivel, Spartan.
Why did you let that one free? He opposed Lord Illidan.
It has been a long time, Kain. I still believe in the cause, but I do not blindly follow anyone, even Illidan.
If you don't remember Altruis, I don't blame you. Altruis was over here in Western Nagrin. He helped us fight Forge Camp Fear and Forge Camp Hate, and was part of the story arc that led to the defeat of the Illidari at the Black Temple. You know Kain. We've been doing quests with him for a while now.
Why would Maiev free us? There could only be one reason.
We're picking Altruis, by the way. I'm just going to give that away now.
The Legion is here.
Oh, excuse me. Why don't you like Kain? Kain has always been a loyal soldier, a fearless leader, and a master strategist. However, I believe his loyalty to Illidan blinded him. As Illidan's power grew, he started losing control to the demonic energy he had absorbed. I knew my actions could be construed as betrayal, but I only did what I thought was right. Now Kain is starting down the same path. Such a man should not lead the Illidari.
Don't give in to the power of the Legion.
Why don't you get along with Altruis? Many years ago, during Lord Illidan's time at the Black Temple, Altruis the Sufferer split from our leader and the Demon Hunters. Believing that Illidan had become the very thing he hated, Altruis then began a sinister campaign to orchestrate our master's downfall. He was instrumental in the deaths of 4 of our comrades, Alandiel, Theris, Netherol, and Feridus. These were our teachers, our brothers and sisters, and for that I cannot forgive him.
Death to the Legion!
Down there, we were vastly outnumbered. We need more allies on our side if we're to escape. Free the other Illidari. We need everyone alive to escape this place.
The demons aim to destroy our world. We need to release our allies.
Don't follow anyone blindly.
So many years of
for yourself.
So many years of imprisonment has left us weak. The vault is overrun with demons. Kill them and gather their souls to regain your strength.
Time for answers, leader. There are demons to kill.
I hope Maiev was right about freeing you, Demon Hunter. Go on!
Okay. You notice how most of the Demon Hunter starter section, which we're still in, by the way, is pretty high-paced. I've known a couple of people who find it almost too high-paced, but I'm kind of with it. It's short enough that it doesn't bother me that you're essentially running through the entire experience.
Dare attack us here?
And it makes sense for something like the Demon Hunter starter experience to be like this, you know? As opposed to, say, the Pandaren starter experience, which it makes sense to have, you know, nice, big, long breather sections baked into the quests. Or the Goblins, or the Gilneans, right? Slow down. No! We got stuff to do! Yeah, first we're on Mardum, dealing with that frickin' nonsense. Then we're in the Vault of the Wardens, trying to escape an onrushing assault by the demonic invasion. So, yeah, let's go. And these warglaives that make no sense. Let's just get that out of the way. And for the record, no, I don't care. Yeah, glaives are pure rule of cool. Moving on. We can acknowledge that and still enjoy them for what they are. Pendar's like, slow to... Oh. Never mind. Maybe you should hurry up a little bit.
I will go ahead and secure the elevators.
There's Jace and his terrible hair. Oh, I couldn't get a good shot of his hair.
Sir!
I don't want to spoil too much. Blade Tomorrow. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but all I'm going to say is we're going to go to Pandaria during this expansion. I know it kind of became a meme, but to be very clear, I wasn't joking. The amount of stuff we're going to call back to.
We will need weapons and supplies if we are to break out of here. I am on it.
Is not small. What weapon would I use if I was a Demon Hunter? Actually, it's funny you say that because I know exactly what weapon I would use. It's the one I do use on my Demon Hunter.
You cannot.
Whoops. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, hey. I got Emily finally. Go away.
All goes according to his plan.
Go away.
I sense demons nearby. After all that time in stasis, I am ready to hunt.
And yeah, it's the shields. Let me just pull down to artifacts. It's these things right here. I actually have one purple and one green, but it's these things. These are what I use on my Demon Hunter. I was gonna say, do you remember the name Marius? There's Ilaria.
Wardens seek our help? Things must be desperate.
Oh, we totally will, Uthor. I just kind of wanted to finish this before we scooch ahead. I promised several people that we were finally getting to some truly MSQ stuff.
It has been a long time since Mardum. I am ready for another fight.
And I didn't want to disappoint. Is that up? That is up. Who's stronger in lore, a Death Knight or a Demon Hunter? A Demon Hunter. Probably by quite a margin, honestly.
My blades are ready. I will check on the situation ahead.
Oh god, Blade Taval, I'm ready. I'm not ready. Go ahead, whatever.
Years and years.
Oh god damn it, that guy just interrupted her dialogue. Years and years with only voices in my head. I thought I would go insane, is what Sylvanas just said. She was having trouble handling things anyways. Keep that in mind. There it is. Holy crap, Blade Jamal.
It feels good to move again. Thank you.
No, I actually have a feeling Blade Taval will be able to keep up pretty well, especially the order in which we're doing things. Remember, we're not getting to the zones until we've done all the artifact stuff, which means we have to do at least some of the Order Hall stuff, too. Yeah, Legion's pretty coherent for the most part. Even Val Shara starts off with, you know, we're here to get this thing.
So the desperate Warden has turned to her enemies. Give up, Demon Hunter. If you hope to escape the vault, you will have to face me.
Oh no, I have to fight a demon. Whate'er shall I do? Grab that. There's definitely going to be some side questing, I'm not going to lie to you, but like I said, Legion's a lot more MSQ heavy than... And that's honestly going to be a trend going forwards.
This chamber. One of my wardens has betrayed me.
Yeah, her name's Cordana.
I, too, have felt betrayal by my own kind.
Kane! Not now.
Trust in Lord Illidan's...
We always knew the Illidari would be called upon to defend this world. It is why we sacrificed everything we are to become who and what we are.
Remember, nothing is more important.
The colors return to your face, Never Rip.
What is your report?
After his defeat at the Black Temple, we brought Illidan's lifeless body here to be interred forever in the Vault of the Wardens. Gul'dan has found his way through the defenses and is trying to steal the betrayer's corpse. Even in death, Illidan's body can be used by the Legion. Gul'dan cannot succeed.
Back to your duties.
Illidan's Stormrage. At last, I meet the great betrayer.
So he is the key to Azeroth's downfall.
Soon, the body's cold, but his soul is not done fighting. We have work to do before he is ready.
Hurry then. The Wardens are coming with the Illidari in tow.
Ooh, they are desperate. Illidan, now you belong to the Legion.
Madonna! You will answer to the High Council for this!
Judge me all you like, sister, but you cannot stop us.
You are too late, Warden. This vault will be your tomb.
Oh no, demons.
Demon hunters, you have to survive. Find the one named Archmage Khadgar. You can trust him.
Rich coming from you,
Still my charge!
Maiev. Yeah, we'll talk about Maiev's fate later.
Do not speak to me of old times, Altruis. You betrayed Illidan. You betrayed us all! Azeroth must not fall.
Excellent. Looks like you absorbed the powers of these two brutes. Look at all these new abilities you just got from doing that.
Do not give in to the power of the Legion.
Oh, hey, I have Warglaive, finally. You heard what Maiev said. We need to get out of here. There's an elevator at the end of these caverns. Let's make our way there.
You heard the Warden. We are the only ones who can defeat the Legion. We must survive this place.
Fool! You would trust the Warden. She hates us almost as much as the Legion.
You trust no one and believe in nothing, Altruis. You are a leader with no followers.
As I say, Tyrande and Maiev. Chandris was really when they finally broke that trend. Which is pathetic how recent that is. For the record, I like what they do with Maiev in this expansion.
We fight in Lord
Quite a bit, actually. The problem is, last I checked, Maiev stops being a character after Legion.
Not let them break through!
I'm just gonna shut up. Who? Uthor? I promised you a look.
And Altruis have already gone ahead. Take this Fellbat and join them.
There it is. There's Jace's amazing hair. Soak it in. Learn it, love it, live it.
Your persistence is admirable, but my demons have infiltrated every floor of the vault. Only death awaits you.
This is sheer madness. The Wardens have lost control of their prison.
Yeah, Legion invasions will do that to you.
We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation.
For years we were shunned, banished to the darkest depths of the world by the Wardens. Now we must rise to the hardest challenge our world's ever faced. Now we must defend Azeroth against its greatest enemies.
If we don't meet again, die well.
The Wardens kept all kinds of dangerous monsters locked up in the vault. Now that Gul'dan's forces have breached the walls, it's proving rather inconvenient. Many of our forces are occupied with containing a fearsome magma destroyer. With us freshly awoken from stasis, we don't have the means to take it down, but we can reactivate the room's containment field. God damn it, whatever. To the east, in an intricate prison chamber designed to
We cannot afford to lose Kain and Altruis here. Waste no time and help them quickly.
To the east is an intricate prison chamber designed to contain the beholder Glazer. It began malfunctioning shortly after the breach. You'll need to focus the mirrors to back on the creature, otherwise we cannot penetrate its shield.
Death to the Legion.
Do not give in to the power of the Legion.
The fearsome demon Immolanth, this is where we get Immolate, I think, led an Legion army that conquered and eventually ruined a distant Nexus world. Somehow, the Wardens imprisoned him and kept him locked up in the chain to the left. He is contained, but not for long. The demon's power is a valuable prize to any hunter who can defeat him. Whosoever does so will gain power beyond reckoning. I believe that person should be you, Never Rip.
Death to the Legion.
It's pretty meaty. We're almost done, though. Yes, Ross. Not that anyone would care except for me, but yes. Do you notice, by the way, they only gave us one bit of information in that reveal? It's good info, don't mistake me. There we go. It's like, dude. So these are all bosses of this dungeon, by the way. And funnily enough, almost all of these things we're doing are, in fact, mechanics the boss will have during the dungeon. It's really strange how they baked this in here, but kind of cool. I'm with it. In fact, when we get to this boss, he will be frozen just like that, because this is how we left him. Interesting bit of continuity.
The monster is contained. Let us meet up with the others.
So we can kill them later, Trithon. Obviously, by the way, hi, Trithon. Sorry I didn't say hi earlier. There's a lot going on, okay? Give me a break, give me a break. I can barely even read the quest dialogue because they're talking so much. How's that for a weird problem? There's too much voice acting. God! Yeah, let me use Immolate on this guy.
Hunters, I will increase your power beyond imagining.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing the Legion likes to pull. One of their most common carrots they give you is more power, because it's easy to give people more power if you're using Fel.
That was too close for my liking. The demon's power is yours.
Or at least it's easy to offer power, I should say. They might not always actually, you know, follow through on that offer, but, you know. By the way, none of this gets any brickwork stuff. We'll be covering that in the dungeon itself. I know people who hate this boss. Those people are weirdos.
The creature's destructive beam is focused upon me. Redirect the final mirror to shatter its shield.
Whoa! Whoa there. That hit me for triple my health. I would hope so, Ross, but I have no idea. I mean, Mario Maker doesn't even include Mario 2 stuff. Look, short-term fixes have their point in place, but yeah, we also... The benefit of a short-term fix is that you eventually go back and change it into a long-term fix, which is a step most people tend to forget. Okay, so apparently I gotta treat this real, so hang on a sec. Give me a minute.
The shield is broken! Quickly! Everyone out while the creature is stunned!
Yeah, the elevator I'll give you. But, like, this is a solid dungeon. That boss, there's your tutorial for how that boss works, too. Avoid all the crap on the ground and rotate the mirrors. I almost said rotate the shields. Quick, rotate the shields! Actually, I do too, Magister.
must not fall.
I know you could do it. We could not let that creature escape.
Remember, nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction.
I had no doubt you would do what you do.
Do not give in to the
Yes,
power
look at
of
you,
the Legion.
surging with new power and knowledge.
Trust in Lord Illidan's plan.
Gorvas went ahead to meet with Kain and Altruis.
The elevator will be here shortly. The others are waiting for you above.
Illari is actually one of the more legit Illidari, which is kind of funny when you think about it.
Your allies have fallen. My army will crush you before you can see the light of day.
You say that. All I see is a whole lot of dead demons. Ugh. Hang on, the children are fighting.
Stop this foolish bickering. We do not have time for this.
Lord Illidan taught us to fight and to persevere. Together, we destroyed countless demons. You chose the coward's path.
I could only trust my own sight, brother. Lord Illidan was becoming no better than our enemy.
You killed our own people. You spit in the face of our sacrifices.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, we're going with Altruis, not just because duh, but also because of a quest that'll happen later.
Azeroth must not fall. Do not give in.
Neverip, as leader of the Illidari in Lord Illidan's absence, you must choose your second in command. Kain or Altruis, you can only choose one. The Chosen shall become your personal champion, and their ideology will color the decisions of the Illidari going forwards. This, I can't believe I'm saying this, this decision actually has impact. It's not a lot of impact, but it does have impact.
Remember, nothing is more...
But here's the funny part. You've probably been wondering where those vignettes are.
You were not prepared. The enemy came into our world. Their only desire to extinguish all life. They slaughtered our loved ones. They razed our homes, our cities, and our sacred places. You tried to stop them, and you failed. And so you came to me. Nothing remaining of you but rage and determination. And you learned that the things that once tormented you could give you power. Now you see that there is no sacrifice too great if it brings an end to the burning Legion.
But... Lord Illidan... Demonic energies course through our veins. They gnaw at our every thought. What makes us any different from the monsters we fight?
You question the Master. We will not sit idly like those on Azeroth, waiting to become the demon's prey. We will take this war to the Legion's worlds and prey upon them! difference between the demons and us. They will stop at nothing to destroy our world.
And we will sacrifice everything to save it.
The Legion will know of this victory, and they will fear you, my Illidari. Now, you are prepared.
Okay, 50 negatives for the meme. And the 51 positives for the cutscene. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. It's a vignette we can actually review because it's in the game. Holy crap. Holy God. Sorry. It's really took this long. Excuse me. Yeah, that's actually my least favorite of the three. And that is saying something. No, this is part of the intro experience. You can actually see all three at a dude in Dalaran, but all three of them show up during quests throughout the course of Legion. Honestly, one of my favorites is in Legion. We'll get to it. I mean, they're all good. They're all good, except for Sylvanas's. Ahem.
Lord Illidan knows the way.
Okay. Of course you're picking Aldras.
You will trust the traitor? I can do no more here.
Go away, Kane. Go cry to your live journal or whatever it is nowadays. I don't even know. Yeah.
I've sacrificed everything.
I see. I support you no matter your choice. With this new beginning, we will rebuild the Illidari.
If we don't meet again, die well.
Oh yeah, now that's a helmet. Behold. The last of our survivors have fought their way to the final chamber ahead. Only one obstacle stands between us and the vault's Ashtongue. Exit, the leader of the demon invasion, Bob the 13th. Kill him, take his power, claim our freedom.
Let's keep moving. The others are in the chamber just ahead.
I don't remember which demon ability you got from this guy. Does anyone remember? No, Kane really does just leave the narrative, just like Altruis does if you pick Kane. Like, to my knowledge, he never comes back. I can look it up. The canon choice? I mean, honestly, given what happens with the with the Black Temple later, I'm pretty sure the canon choice is Altruis.
Impressive you have made it this far, demon hunters. Now.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, die. Random Demon Lord number 87. Oh, I don't have interrupt yet. Oh, Jesus.
Such arrogance! To think you can stand—
We've done it, Illidari! Freedom is ours!
Of course people choose Kane, because people are evil. They're evil. I've actually never chosen Kane. I've looked up what happens, but I will never do it. So, there's the Illidari.
We are all that stand.
I am Archmage Khadgar. Leader of the Kirin Tour. Demon Hunters. Azeroth needs your help.
Hi, Khadgar.
Yes, I can see you.
We escaped the vault, but our work is far from over. The Legion's assault in this world is just beginning. If Azeroth is to survive, we have to work with this Archmage Khadgar.
Death to the Legion.
Hello, plus to story.
You've arrived just in time.
The Legion has begun its invasion of the world. Across Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms, brave defenders are answering the call to arms. However, they will ultimately fail without your aid. You Illidari are uniquely trained to use your weapons against the Legion. I only ask that you come with me. Further instructions await you on the other side.
It's good to have you on our side.
Whoosh, as they say. There's actually a cutscene for that Bregwin, although I'm not sure if and when we'll see it. It's always kind of a coin toss as to what's still in the game. Hello, Jay Palmer. Ah. Let's go with that. Of course, Strathon, there's definitely not an entire other thing out there.
I was hoping to see you.
It's well worth playing now. So if you make a brand new character right now, what will happen is you will make your character, and it'll say, hey, do you want to start off in the tutorial thing or in your races thing? Or if you're a brand new thing, you'll just start off in the tutorial thing. Then it'll say, hey, go do Dragonflight, which you should do. It's going to be real clear about that. And it'll toss you into Dragonflight, and then you'll level through Dragonflight, and then it'll push you to War Within, and then you'll go through the War Within. I can recommend that unequivocally, and with no asterisks. I have other things to attend. Find Chromie and choose a time-walking campaign. That is hysterical.
Always happy to help.
What? This is after the Burning Shore? The Broken Shore?
Take care.
Oh, okay. Alright. I wasn't actually ready for that. Okay. Cool. Depressing. Cool. It used to direct you to BFA, which is just really, really, really dumb and always was. It's less horrible now. 1 second, please. I need to check something. That's what I was just debating, Magister. Well, let's...
There remains much to be done.
Let's grab this
you
quest.
Are always appreciated.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. 1 second. I'm just gonna see what this is. I'm I'm not gonna mess with it for now. We can do things in order later. Let's just see what this is.
Lord Illidan knows the way.
Okay, I actually know where this quest is, because I've only seen this particular quest on the Horde, I feel like. Dark times have fallen upon Stormwind. Something happened on the Broken Shore. I don't know what that is, of course.
Remember, nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction.
Wait, maybe you should use that ability that you have that's unique to you as a demon hunter. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Nothing unusual here.
Azeroth must not fall.
Of course the Legion would infiltrate. Having all the leaders in the Alliance gathered in one place at the time is too tasty of a target for the demons to resist.
Death to the Legion.
We must warn the king. Having the Illidari here makes me uneasy. Their kind has been locked away since my brother's fall. I understand, husband, but for Maiev to release them, the situation must be even more dire than we know. Also, shut up, Malfurion. Anduin, we need to have a chat.
For the Alliance, above all.
I don't have time for pleasantries. As I told the other Illidari, I have much to contemplate. I must prepare armies to take on the Legion, even as my allies crowd for vengeance against the Horde. Yeah, well, those allies are dumb! So let's just move on from that.
A king is only as noble as the causes he serves.
You cannot hide what you truly are, demon. I accuse you! You discovered us too late! Okay, this is officially when the demons oust themselves when you accuse them thing became a meme. But as I've pointed out before, it's not actually necessarily a meme. It's just a thing, and they are weirdly consistent about it. When you accuse a demon, they're like, "Mwahaha!" That's just a thing that happens. You have found me out, Asmirastar!
Stormwind honors your service to the Alliance.
I must admit, you saved us from what might have been a terrible tragedy. You have my gratitude, Demon Hunter.
Victory in the light.
At first I was unsure whether it was wise to allow Illidari inside the city, but you may have just saved all our lives. You may establish a camp in the Mage Quarter. The Alliance will have need of your skills if we're to face the Legion. Make no mistake, though. Should your kind give in to the fell energies, we will end you.
You are always welcome in Stormwind.
Yeah, Oh my god, that's right, the demons are eels! I accuse you of being an eel. That's a fascinating bit of temporal shenanigans. So, that's Torellian and Azurathel and Raytheon standing 3 feet from a guard defending against a Legion attack. Romy? Romy? Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is still where I'm at, temporally, or however you want to think of that. Before you ask, I've already given these negatives. I actually do have the Raytheon quest. Right there. It's the only quest I have.
Sometimes we must fight for what we believe in.
Now I have the Illidan quest. Oh, Yep. That's, Who's this human? Why does he look over 1,000 years old? His eyes aren't glowing yellow, though. That's a good sign.
Heroes of the Alliance.
Jesus! I'm right here, Raytheon. You don't have to shout. I'm right here.
Azeroth must not fall.
I trust the young king is safe. We have much work ahead of us, Demon Hunter. Much more.
Trust.
Dalaran is under siege, hero. The Legion intends to knock us out of the sky.
Really?
Meet me in Dalaran over Deadwind Pass. I have a plan. A horribly dangerous plan.
It super is, Uthor.
If we don't meet again.
Okay, so now, this is all according to plan, believe it or not. Let's scooch down to, let's see, who am I bringing? Is Arcane Wake coming? Yes. To this character. Meanwhile, in the past. Really hope they fix that bug soon. That's been there since they added Plunderstorm. Okay, so I need to go to Stormwind. Let's just abandon that, and abandon that. That's a good point. Trithan, I accuse you of being a demon! That is a large bronze dragon just hanging out there.
It's like meeting again for the first time. If you find a powerful weapon, just make sure it isn't corrupted by the Burning Legion or old gods, okay?
Okay. Hey, look! It's the Wrath invasion all over again. Can I find your papers, citizen? The word has reached us from the front lines? I'm a little tired, but I'm getting there, Roz. I kind of wish we had a little more info from Nintendo, but that's fine, that's fine. We're in Legion, it's cool, that's cool.
Need help?
So I like that there's a skip option, and that's extremely helpful because we're going to be doing this on like 11 other characters. And so it's nice not having to do the Broken Shore 11 more times. Anyways.
Be careful.
Hail, Arcane Wake. I've got your ship assignment right here. But first, a bit of readiness is in order.
Alliance.
Allies from across Azeroth have come to Stormwind to support our efforts against the Burning Legion. Before you ship out, you should pay them a visit. Every bit of preparation helps.
Light bless you.
Okay. That's the one, Asmirstar. This is our Legion mage. I actually have a spreadsheet. It's going to be Gailota, Swift Shot, Arcane Wake, not sure, Zagmus, Zadreed, Valvaxis, Ironmend, Never Rip, and Dying Scream. The two not sures are Rogue, I need to double check something on that, and Warlock. I was going to let you guys decide if we do Zunla or Aramdumia, since I'm ambivalent to those. There's a Horde version of this quest, which I'll show off as well, because of course I will. Aramdumia is the goblin. Okay, so let's get our armor polished. Let's go ahead and jot down a positive while we're here. Yes, J. Palmer. I feel like I just said that, but yes. Grab some medical supplies here. Let's see. We got it. We got our armor polished by a dwarf who says, "Got some of the Forge's best armor polished for the troops here. Don't be shipping off without getting some of those scuffs out first." And over here we brought crystals infused for the light from Exodar. Allow us a moment to enhance your weapon before you battle the Legion. Notice these are actual buffs that give you actual benefit, by the way. Sit tight, friend. Enjoy this meal. You cannot fight on an empty stomach. Okay, we can have fish, chicken, ribs, rice, more fish, different fish, or buns. Which should we grab? Honestly, I'm going to go with the ribs. I'm hungry. Ribs. By the way, the quest objective there is last meal eaten. And that gives us increased versatility, chance to deal holy damage on strike, and increased armor. Also, let's go ahead and make sure our familiar exists here. Whole bunch of named here. Like, tons. All of them doing stuff, really adding to the NPC set dressing here. Let's fight... Let's fight you.
Krona Kai Kristor.
Buttons here. Oh, she's dead. Yeah, I can tell at least a couple of these are from the garrison. We are prepared. That's the last time I'll say that.
What can I do for you?
It's good to see you prepared yourself. You never know what you're going to be facing out there. We've commissioned these rings for high-ranking members of the Alliance. May this one protect you in the battle to come. Granted to heroes of the Alliance shipping out to the battle at the Broken Shore.
Have a good one. Be careful.
Actually, you know what? Real quick. I want to do this in a slightly different order. Just really quick. I heard Arum Dumia, huh? They're both 67. Yeah, okay. Let's scooch that to Arum Dumia then. It's okay, they got rid of the legendary ring. It's gone! Wrong hand. There we go. Favorite Blizzard CGI cinematic? Oh, that's tough. There's so many really good ones. Pretty sure I do too. Mega Skull on Spockman on my main at the time, which is my warrior. Yeah, because like we got the StarCraft 2 cinematics, especially the human one, the Terran one. But honestly, all three of them are just incredibly good. Looks like I'm Demo. I definitely still have my cloak. I have a quest to go to Pandaria, I just noticed. I don't know if I can pick an absolute favorite, so instead I'll just pick the ones that I think are the absolute cream of the crop. All three StarCraft 2 pre-rendered cinematics. The entire Old Soldier series from World of Warcraft. The Mists of Pandaria opening cinematic from World of Warcraft. The Warlords of Draenor opening cinematic from World of Warcraft. The Legion opening cinematic from World of Warcraft.
I always have time for you.
Legion, please.
If you find a powerful weapon, just make sure it isn't corrupted by the Burning Legion or old gods, okay?
So on the Horde side... this quest is actually kind of layered buggy. The problem is, and Bragwin actually ran into this, there are... at least 5 layers to this part, like just outside Orgrimmar, that I know of, right off the top of my head. And so during certain events, these layers kind of collide with each other a little bit because of how they do the priority listing. So this can cause issues. The most reliable way to fix it is to just do the Legion opening cinematic, the thing we're doing right now, in order to push past it. We have a similar problem when it comes to Shadowlands in Orgrimmar.
Loktar! Strength.
The ships are leaving from the dock. Before you leave, prepare yourself. I have a feeling this fight won't be an easy one.
With honor.
Not at the absolute top cream of the crop stuff, no, Jake Palmer. So, last time I heard buns. So let's go with buns this time. Yum, yum, yum. Hey, what are you doing here? Brought all my big rocks for help with the catapults. Greg wanna join the Horde. Yeah, when are ogres gonna join the frickin' Horde? Alright, whatever. A demon blade can find even the smallest crack in your armor. I'm a warlock. No, I've heard of it, Spartan, but I've never played it. Fixing up that mojo. We gotta get it to the broken shore. Yeah, I'll take that, thank you. Extra thick mojo. Doesn't actually work. I'm too high level for it. That's funny. There's just no way this is a bad idea. Yep, it's a walking Iron Star bomb named Megaton. Yeah, yeah. Actually, the Iron Star tech would be pretty helpful. It's a shame that we're not going to use that. Silvermoon stands behind you. Allow us to bless your weapons with holy might. Dude, if they ever do a proper crossover between WoW and FF14, which they never will, but if they did, Greg would be the perfect thing to do there. Alright, so last time we fought a paladin. This time, let's fight this guy over here.
Friend.
Your armor looks dumb. I spit at you for it. Alright, now that I've summoned a dozen demons on my way to go fight the Burning Legion. What? Why is everyone looking at me weird? The six-eyed master has seen your fate. You will fail, and worlds will burn! Sure thing. Do you want, like, a hot coffee or a tea? You know, just something to drink. You gotta be parched out here. Yes, thank you! Here you go. You're welcome! You're all gonna die! Alright, so. Hold on. What is this quest? Is this what I think it is? It is! It's Vashir. You look quite prepared for battle. Don't let your bloodlust overtake you. The war chief wishes to present you with this ring before you head to war. May you return with the head of many demons.
Go forth to victory.
Now, unfortunately, the only way to do this properly is to go ahead and do the Broken Shore twice. We're going to do the Horde first. So anybody who hasn't played this before, do me a favor. Pay a bit of attention. This is important.
Blood and thunder.
What's up? Be good.
Ah, fine. We'll watch the stupid cinematic.
all that sea air. It feels good to be out in the open water again.
I'm sure that payment from Orgrimmar had nothing to do with it.
Ahem. So anyways, I guess we'll watch the cinematic first. Ugh. Always things getting in the way. Not that I'm aware of, Trahexia, no.
My son, a terrible darkness has returned to our world. As before, it seeks to annihilate everything that we hold dear. I go to face it, knowing I may not return.
They're coming! They're coming back!
All my life I have lived by the sword. I've seen kingdoms burn and watched brave heroes die in vain. It's been difficult for me to trust after losing so much. But from you, I have learned patience, tolerance, and faith.
There's the Fellstorm.
Open fire! Anduin, I now believe, as you do, that peace is the noblest aspiration. But to preserve it, you must be willing to fight.
He couldn't even see Varian. He was just buried in red flags, Lord Harry.
Strength and honor.
You know, speaking of which, if this is going to be our warlock, of course, up there it is. Up there it is. Then this is going to be our mount.
Time is money, friend. Have a good one.
Purple's affliction, I think. I know red is destruction.
Smell that sea air. It feels good to be out in the open water again.
I'm sure that payment from Orgrimmar had nothing to do with it.
There's an old goblin saying that goes, the best bets use other people's money.
That assumes we're going to make it back.
Any messages from Orgrimmar?
Sylvanas and the main fleet arrived a few hours ago. Demons covering the whole island.
Already? How'd they get so many here so fast?
Good question.
I got a feeling we're going to find out.
All right, Horde troops, this is your stop. A beach lined with demons. Bring her in, snappy now!
There's our alliance counterpart over there.
What's that ahead?
Oh, looks like trouble. Big trouble.
That is also the Fellstorm. For the second time now.
It looks like our reinforcements have arrived.
Yep, just me.
Team, we don't got much beach left to retreat to. There's only one way out of this one, old friend. Listen up. There's only one way off of this beach, and it be through all those demons ahead of us. But they don't know who they be dealing with. Let's show them what it means to be hard!
You can actually see Jaina and Grammane over there.
Away from the spires!
On the other side.
This be the aim. There's something odd about the crystals surrounding that spire. They feel wrong. Like they're in two places at once. Horde! Make for them crystals! We're gonna see if your hunch is right! Yes, they must anchor it to this world. 2 more to go! Crush them!
By the way, yes, that's Asgalor. Again. Back in the day, the way this worked out was players would queue for this. It's designed to be done solo, as you're seeing me do right now. This is part of that insane Legion scaling tech they invented in Legion.
Keep it up! We almost got him!
Your corpses will feed my hounds!
When this first came out, you'd see like 40 some odd players just swarming this beach. It was actually quite an event.
Weaklings! Must I do everything myself? Very well. Prepare yourselves!
Yeah, excuse me, 40 on each side.
Gonna die just like all the others. Focus on the commander!
Your souls will know endless agony!
Looks like you chose the wrong side!
The Master will mend my...
The pain!
I will return.
It is good to fight with you again, War Chief. He's never gonna get used to you calling me that. There's only one way to the tomb. Are you ready? Let's get moving. Sylvanas' ship must have crashed just ahead. They're expanding faster than we've seen before. Yeah, man. This ain't the same Legion.
Or more accurately, it is, and this is just a real invasion. Which you haven't really seen much of. A lot of people tend to forget that you barely won the last time. And that was after taking a lot of losses.
That's no invasion force. That's an army.
Knock your arrows! Hold! Fire!
They're alive. Let's move!
Yeah, the Legion gets better too.
I return to the elements.
Funny how that works out.
I return to the elements.
You guys stop dying for 5 seconds? By all accounts, it's actually a bigger force than that.
It's about time you showed up.
You look like you could use a hand.
Their reinforcements are endless!
Yeah, you might say they're Legion.
If we can get close to them, we can bring this thing down.
You heard him, Rangers. We cut those demons down. Fire a volley on my mark. Now!
Yeah, there's a lot of little details here. Too many for me to really point out. A lot of effort was put into the specifics of this event. The Broken Shore was considered a major event. They put a lot of time and effort into the invasion. And yeah, once again, it's built very much like an RTS mission. Which makes sense, because again, this was designed for like 40-some-odd players. On both sides.
Well, that was invigorating. Now, how did they manage to get so many demons here so quickly?
This invasion is unlike any I have ever witnessed. And I don't think we've seen the last of their surprises.
These structures rose from the ground in moments, spewing forth demons in the hundreds in the blink of an eye.
And now we know how to destroy them. It's them or us. Let's get moving so we make sure it's not us. This is Argent Crusade insignia. Can you speak? Where's the rest of the Crusade?
Dead. Dying. They descended on us in seconds. Nowhere to run.
And no sign of Tyrion. We will find him. Horde forces, keep your eyes open for survivors. Rescue as many as you are able.
I always liked this little lore tidbit. Of course the Argent Crusade would get here first and try to be at the very forefront of the lines. They did the exact same thing during Wrath, remember? Probably because they were the only ones who got anywhere in Wrath, but it's still true. Didn't work out as well for them this time.
I am in your debt.
Also, I love how many Argent Crusaders we free who are
I am
undead.
wounded, but I can move.
Just a tiny little detail I like there.
I am singed, but I can still fight.
Back to the nether.
I am singed,
Also true, Pillars of Stone.
but I can still fight.
Did you hear that? That's actually something new as of Legion. So before, if someone says a line, they record one audio file for that line.
Tyrion.
And they just have that be the audio file, right? From this point onwards, they start doing this thing where they'll have multiple voice actors record the same line in different ways, so there's some variety to it. Which, can I just say, about frickin' time. But it is something I appreciated.
It's good to see a friendly face.
I think yes, Jay Palmer. Don't quote me on that, though. Hey, Bragman. Welcome to the Broken Shore, Part 1.
Thank you for your aid.
And yeah, I like that this area is called the Black City. Sure, we'll see this place a lot more in the future. Not for a while, though. Probably not even for, like, a week. We got a lot of content to go through in Legion.
I am wounded, but I can move.
Black Empire, Black City, it's fine.
We couldn't stop.
There be retreated!
This was too easy. Something's wrong.
There, across the chasm, Gul'dan! He has Tyrion. All the Horde! Get to throne!
This is an interesting thematic point, and on the Horde makes perfect sense and works for me.
Anyone have any ideas how we're going to get across this thing?
Spirits of Earth, aid me!
Convenient.
Ah, that looks a lot like an earthen ice. Strange. I wouldn't write too much about it. I can't really pause this, but all I'm going to say is that Tyrion has been a joining point between the Alliance and the Horde for years now. Just keep that in mind. There's the other side over there. Including Mechatord. Any players? Nope, didn't think so.
Tyrion!
Gul'dan! You will pay for this!
Stay back! It's a trap! The light will protect me!
You fool! You stand before the temple of a god! Your pitiful light cannot reach you here. How fortunate that your friends have arrived just in time to watch you die. Destroy him.
The light will... Ah! Ah!
Vol'jin!
No!
All you have worked for, all you have sacrificed, just to see your champions fall to ash, one by one. Destroy them!
You will know fear.
So here's where the Alliance of the Horde, for one of the very first times in gameplay, actually help each other out.
He's heading your way, Windrunner.
Let's go, Horde! It's time to show the Alliance how we slay demons! All yours, Alliance.
We've got him this time. All forces, concentrate your fire. You've got another shot at the kill, Sylvanas.
Consider your job done, then, Rin.
The bigger they are.
No time to gloat, Rin. We've got to stop Gul'dan before he summons another one of those things.
Yeah, I'm here by myself, so it's scaling me up quite a bit.
We'll take the ridge and cover your flank.
People used to die during these fights.
Thank you.
Good luck, Varian.
Well, it's good to see Varian and Sylvanas getting along so well. I predict many good things in the future. Notice where the Horde goes, though. We go way up here to cover their flank, which makes sense, while the Alliance attacks the front gate. Okay, that's logical. So there's the Alliance forces down there confronting Gul'dan.
You are right, human. There is nowhere to run from my master. Now, witness the true might of Lord Sargeras!
Down the ridge behind us! Another portal!
We've got to hold this ridge, no matter the cost!
Take up positions! We hold them off! We have to!
I should mention almost all of those names back there are names from some point or another of either Warcraft 3 or WoW.
The combined forces of Azeroth will triumph today!
Less chatting, Rin! Kill him already!
Seriously!
I have seen the end of your pitiful world, Ren. You will perish in Velfire, like 10,000 worlds before your own. The Legion is endless!
I cannot take much more of this.
Pull Bane back to my position! Close ranks!
By the way, what you may or may not have noticed is they've also got ships, which are bombarding us while we're fighting. Yeah, like that.
There are too many of them.
Everyone, pull back to me! We make our stand here!
Notice that Valkyr actually shows up to grab Thrall. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a lot of really big named demons down there. That's Mal'Ganis, that's Anetheron. I didn't have time to show you. Psychondrius was down there. So here's what the Horde see.
They're coming from behind! Cover the flame!
War Chief!
Illidan! We must retreat!
Get everyone to the gunship.
Everyone! Fall back!
Someone asked earlier my favorite new Legion tech. Gorothi. Bell Reavers Mark II.
Take my hand! We can't break free! Varian!
Take this to my son.
He's dead. There is no survival from this. Combined heroes and armies of both factions couldn't hold against this. That's the thing with the Legion. There really is no hope.
You will be remembered as the king who sacrificed his life for nothing. For the Alliance. So yeah, we lost hard. In fact, we just got bodied. Yeah, you'll notice that in Warlords, one of the biggest themes is that we were crushing them at every turn. Something that should, by all accounts, have been stronger than we were ready for. In Legion, the very first thing most players see in Legion is the broken shore.
Sug.
Glad to see you on your fleet, Mardum. Many soldiers who sailed for the broken shore were not so fortunate.
Dabu.
It's a wonder any of our troops survived that bloodbath on the broken shore. If not for Lady Sylvanas. However, Lord Sarfang has been asking for you. He will not say why, but he's insistent I send you to him.
Go forth to victory.
I actually forgot about all the people on the way here.
I mean, the problem is it makes perfect sense to me, Blade Terval, which I know. I'm not you. Varian has never been a good leader. Not once in his entire life. He's never been a good king. He's never been a good manager. He has no idea how to do anything other than fight things. Of course he would be the one to decide to jump down and disable the Garothi. And if we're being honest with ourselves, there's a pretty good chance they would have all died if he hadn't disabled that Garothi. You could argue that someone else could have gone down to distract it, and you'd be right about that, but that wouldn't be very Varian. Varian doesn't do that. That's just not how he operates. And you've probably seen at least a little bit of that even on camera. A lot of people in Orgrimmar today. Which is funny, because we're also layering with Shadowlands. So we've got, like, all the people for Shadowlands and all the people for Legion all standing right next to each other. Yeah, Warrior King. Exactly. Oh, yes. The Legion is all kinds of fond of necromancy.
I am Sarfang, brother of Broxigar.
Up. War Chief, the warlock you called for has arrived. We await only Sylvanas now. Ah, Haramdumia. It's good you came. Time be running short. Let me call my healers, War Chief. Your wounds must be tended. Too late for that, Bloodhoof. We got one final duty, to see that the Horde stays strong. The Alliance lost its king on the Broken Shore. Its people are crying out for vengeance. We need them focused on defeating the Legion, not fostering old hatreds. My contact within the Kirin Tor tells me that certain members of the Council of Six are open to inviting the Horde back into Dalaran. That's good. Azeroth gonna fall unless we seal up that tomb. Ah, blasted demons, such wanton destruction. There's no profit in it. We will find a way to drive back the Legion, War Chief. This we swear. Why is this not voiced? The Banshee Queen is here. Vol'jin, what is it you wanted to tell us?
Windrunner, come forward.
War Chief.
The lower spirits say death will claim me soon.
In the end, death claims us all. But the Horde will live on.
I have never trusted you. Nor would I have ever imagined, in our darkest time, that you would be the one to save us. The spirits have granted me clarity, a vision. They whisper a name. Many will not understand, but you must step out of the shadows and lead. You must be War Chief.
Notice her legitimate shock at that. Remember that. I'll bring it up in a second.
Vol'jin is dead. Who among you will help me avenge him?
Back when Legion was new, I was one of the only people who actually defended this particular story beat. Because if you pay attention here and now, it actually lines up pretty well. And again, this I'm sorry. So, I'm going to spoil something for you. Sylvanas is secretly evil, and this is all part of the jailer's plan. But that's not true now. And I think I can fairly say, ignoring the obvious real-life fact that we know that, even within the fiction itself, even if you just look at the screen and see what's happening here, you can tell that's not true as of when this was written, produced, animated, and voice-acted. None of that was written yet. The jailer doesn't even exist as of this scene, right? So this is an interesting and fascinating scene from this point, from this exact point in time. The entire idea here, and I'm with this, is that fel energy burns in a way that kind of supplants most other forms of healing, restoration, etc. It's why Varian isn't dead. Varian is gone. And it's why Vol'jin, despite being a troll who in fact is actually a witch doctor in lore, Shadowhunter specifically, but whatever, is now dead and not coming back. It's because the fel energy that was used to kill both of them is sufficient in order to bypass most of the normal operating procedures. And that makes sense. A, that's how fel operates in general, and B, that helps to emphasize the Legion and the type of threat we're facing. It's not just a giant army, right? Yeah, remember, Vol'jin took a knife to the throat and survived that. But you saw on screen how much the fel energy was literally seeping through his body, turning his veins black and caustic. So Vol'jin's dead, and Varian's gone. And now Vol'jin, in his final act, has reached out to the spirits and said, please guide me in this. And the spirits said, you're going to need someone who's a little bit more of a violent, vicious, pragmatic warmonger as a war chief, because you're fighting the Legion. And so Sylvanas is now the war chief. All of this lines up perfectly as of this point in time. So here's how this is going to work out from a review perspective. This is positives. Makes sense. Follows through. Everything is contiguous. It's a great story beat. It moves things forward. It helps to establish the stakes. And all of this is then going to turn into more negatives in the future when they retcon all of this. Yeah, Sylvanas is a ranger general, and she has actually led wars before. How many of the other leaders of the Horde right now have ever actually led in a war? We've got Varrock. And we've got Lor'themar. So it's Varrock, Lor'themar, and Sylvanas. There's your options right there. No, the goal is to end all life in order to prevent the void from corrupting and usurping reality, Trithon. Poor Lor'themar. Yeah, the void cannot eat the universe if there's no universe to be eaten. And I know this sounds strange, but it is very... No, I'll tell you exactly what's happening here, Blade 12, because Metzen himself has actually admitted this as recently as just a few months ago. This is Obi-Wan from A New Hope. Anyways, Sargeras is very Titan. Very Titan. He's got... Titans have this thing where they look at a problem, they calculate, they come up with a solution, and then they just lock in on that solution. And when other people show up and try to have like another solution, they're like, no, I've already done the math. This is the solution. But we could do this other thing. No, I've already done the math. This is the solution. This is actually why Sargeras and the rest of the Titans actually had the argument that led to him killing them all. So Sargeras has decided that the only solution is to wipe out all life. That will stop the void. And actually it will. That is true. But it is also only one solution. I wouldn't care for that, J. Palmer. I get it, but kind of Blade to All. In fact, I would not be shocked at all if MCU Thanos was inspired by Sargeras. This is the solution. Oop. Yeah, Huthor's right, because the universe will just reset again. It'll be fine. And then things will be cool. No worries. It does, J. Palmer. And I agree with you. I just don't like it. Now, let's go ahead and move forward to the point where we're not in layers, so we don't screw with anything. But then we're going to do the Broken Shore again. No, I know. That's just why I was clarifying for anybody listening. Hello, War Chief Sylvanas.
What joy is there in this curse?
So the famed warlock from the Broken Shore has returned. Your deeds have earned you leniency from my bow, but do not press me. As you can imagine, there's not that much addressed on a War Chief. We will speak later. You can wait.
What are we, if not...
Oh, right. I need to point out... Oh, where is he? Where is he? He's from the book. I accept your pledge of loyalty. The Horde endures. Yeah, uh-huh. Hang on one. There he is. There he is. I see him. I see him. I guess I can just fly up. So this guy over here, he's from Vol'jin's book. I believe we'll see him one more time in Legion as a hunter, but other than that, that's his only presence in the game. Please don't call the guards. I came to honor Vol'jin, not to cause trouble. He was a friend. We fought side by side against great odds. I owe that troll my life. We once swore to each other that should one of us be killed, the other would avenge him. Always thought he'd outlive me. Whatever it takes, I'm going to make good on my promise.
For the Alliance.
Good evening, Mr. Floyd
I have no
Pinkerton.
time for games.
As if things weren't unsettled enough, guests have arrived. The Illidari. These demon hunters have been imprisoned since their master's fall at the Black Temple. For the Wardens to release them can only mean the peril is dire indeed. Lady! Their delegation leader, Alari, the Soul Eater, claims Orgrimmar faces a hidden threat. I gave them leave to establish a camp in the city. For now. You will speak with her at once, find out whether this threat is credible. So, hi, Alari.
My life is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion.
You didn't think the leadership of the Horde could gather them on location and go unnoticed by the Legion, did you?
If we do not meet again, die well.
Look around you. What do you see? The Legion has already infiltrated the Horde, even now they are among you. They must protect your War Chief.
Do not give in.
By all means, show me the thing that I've already shown the Alliance, technically. You cannot hide what you truly are, demon. Mwahaha! You have found me out! I'm not joking. It is a thing. Huthor, I accuse you of being a demon. Hang on, let me summon some demons really quick. Would I consider Varian Vol'jin to be dwarfed? Not at all, no. He's from the book, Mr. Floyd Pinkerton. If there is anything that can kill those two, it would be the fricking Legion. If anything, I'm a little bit shocked more people didn't die. Oh yeah, speaking of which. Yeah, you had one of the biggest badasses and most powerful warlocks in the entire setting take down Varian, who dies heroically saving his people, including Greymane, great pick, and Mekatork. Makes a heroic last stand, which is doomed to failure. There's no possible way he could have ever survived that. Oh yeah, he also saved Jaina there. I forgot about that. I forget she's even in Legion. And Vol'jin and Thrall fell to a massive demon army and ships. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You can't convince me of that one. Frankly, and I'll say this one more time, more people should have died. We just got bodied. Oh, lots of non-name. We did lose Tyrion. So it brings our death count of names up to 3.
We are the Forsaken.
Yeah, you get enough Zerglings, you can kill just about anything. It would seem the Demon Hunter's concerns are well-founded to think demons would dare worm their way into our city during this period of mourning. This does not bode well for the rest of my kingdom.
I have no time for games.
The Legion is bold indeed to strike at the Horde's strongholds. You aided our defense, but now I have a more important task for you. It seems Demon Hunters will play a crucial part in this role. I still don't trust them. They'll be my envoy to the Illidari, learn what they know, study their techniques, and if they betray us, use their knowledge against them. Who else would I have killed? Oh, I'd have to think about that. The problem is, we run into kind of a strange problem. Because, well, let's say we kill off, well, I don't know, Vol'jin. Well, there's a problem with killing off Vol'jin. And that's the fact that he's been the war chief for, in lore, like a month. Remember, Warlords mostly happens in another timeline in the past, so from Azeroth's perspective, not a lot of time passed between Pandaria and Legion. So that's a problem. And so then you look at characters like Bane Bloodhoof, who hasn't even had a chance to really develop as a character yet, and so sure, he could die, but why bother? What's the point of killing him off? But then you run into the problem of only killing off characters who actually have some substantial, and it's a whole thing.
Azeroth must not fall.
Ah, you're the vaunted warlock I've heard about. Good. We'll see if your reputation holds true.
Dalaran is under siege, hero. The Legion intends to knock us out of the sky.
Hi, Khadgar.
Meet me in Dalaran over dead wind.
We'll get to you in a second. We'll get to you in a second. I'll be right back. Okay. I know what to do. I know what to do. Hear me out for just a second. So first of all, I'm about to give this game several negatives. Thank God. I'm getting tired of constantly gushing about Legion. So, first thing I do is completely eject the negatives I'm about to give this game. Story negatives. I'm not sure if we'll run into many gameplay negatives. This is Legion. So yeah, I'm going to give several story negatives. So let's eject all of that entirely. Just throw it completely out the window, right? And instead, have that final push have them realize, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, it's a trap, which, by the way, it is. It is a trap. A lot of players never even figure that out, or indeed realize, because there is actually a quest chain which is rogue exclusive, which goes into far more detail about the nature of the Broken Shore and how the Broken Shore was always a trap. But moving on. So they see the trap coming. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Both sides kind of push together into one tight bundle. Jaina gets all of them the hell out of Dodge, because that's her shtick. But she kind of has to. Someone has to stay behind to stay, and that's Varian. Varian, who, again, it makes perfect sense that he'd volunteer for this, even if he arguably shouldn't, would be the one to be like, oh, I got this. Tries to take down the growth. He gets killed by Gul'dan. We're good. So the only person I would actually kill, now that I'm thinking about it, is Varian. Probably the one death here that truly makes a lot of sense and is a good narrative capstone, not just for him, but also serves as a stepping point for Anduin's arc, which is still going as of this very moment in time. That's probably how I'd do that. But we don't get that.
Can I help you?
Instead, we get negatives.
See you later.
Lovely, delicious negatives.
King's honor, friend. Be careful.
Smooth sailing so far. Give me a status report.
By the way, pay attention to the sky this time.
Rin and the Stormwind fleet arrived several hours ago. Reports indicate heavy fighting.
I haven't seen so much as a seagull for hours now.
There is a foulness in the air, and we are headed directly towards it.
There's our Horde counterparts. Of course, we have none, because we're doing the solo.
Directly ahead! Alliance ships! Make for the beach! Hold on, everyone. This is gonna get worse before it gets better.
I said it earlier, Huthor. I don't think you were here yet. Tyrion was killed for the same reason Obi-Wan was.
It appears to be a great source of fell energy. I have never seen anything like it.
It's called a Fellstorm. No. The players. I'm not joking, though. That is, like, Metzen has actually admitted on camera that's what he was going for.
Third Fleet reinforcements.
He even regrets it, just like George did.
Just in time. We haven't been able to break their line. Now we may have a chance.
It's now or never again.
There's only one way out of this alliance, and it's through that line of demons. Cannons! Lay down covering fire! All forces, charge!
Do not let them reach the spires!
Yeah, we will not see Jaina Proudmoore back until BFA. Which I guess is only one expansion away, but still.
Those crystals appear to be anchoring the structures to our dimension. Take them out, and I bet...
I'm not going to...
Let's hope you're right.
One expansion and one dark, that's true.
Can't hold on any longer. It worked!
One down, two to go.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on with that, Dakota. Because, yeah, that was clearly just interrupting there. Sorry, I'm just showing off. The whole group goes over to the other thing, and I'm just like, I'll just solo this one. Sorry, I'll stop showing off. Maiev, I like what they do with Maiev and Legion. That's all I'll say to that. I mean, canonically, yeah. Any of the main characters could solo demons at this point.
One more and the shore is ours.
You march to your doom!
That's not really the problem. Again, there's just so many legions. There's so many demons. Again.
You wish to face the might of the Legion? Ha! Very well. The Master will reward me for your souls.
There's only so much you can do against an overwhelming mass of Zerglings, you know.
Finally, enough of your chatter.
We've got him now. Focus on their commander.
One thing I like about this that I'm not really commenting on because it's actually better in the next scenario we do, which won't be for over a week now. The NPCs are actually doing things.
The Master will mend the Legion will crush you.
Like, they actually heal and buff and do damage and tank, and they're actually there, participating.
Is everyone all right?
Singed, but alive. We lost many good troops.
We'll have to mourn them later. We need to move before more demons arrive.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, that's your choice, Spartan.
Varian's forces should have landed just around this hill. Let's hope they had more luck.
I've never seen the demons expand this quickly.
Neither have I. Something has changed. This isn't the same Legion we fought before.
Yeah. Greymane has fought the demonic horde, but no, he has not fought the Legion.
No.
This isn't possible. There are so many of them.
Hold fast, Alliance! We will not fall this day! Push them back to the portal!
Well, congrats, you just killed the world for your petty biases, Spartan.
Let's go!
Congrats. So apparently Maiev is actually in BFA, and Shadowlands, and Dragonflight. I'm going to have to read up on that, because I don't remember her existing past Legion. If you look carefully over there, you can see way in the distance, over there, you can see some Horde characters. If they were there, which of course they're not.
Again, Jaina, it's good to see you safe.
I can't.
And you.
We've got to take down this portal!
The anchoring crystals are the key. Just get us up there and we'll take care of it.
No, Lord Herma.
Form up, Alliance! We push them back to the portal! For Azeroth!
Notice, by the way, this is important. Notice that Varian Rin? So Varian. Notice that Varian is still saying for Azeroth. In fact, he even said it during the opening cinematic. For Azeroth. Just do me a favor, keep that in mind. I'm not getting any procs here. Hang on, Trithan. We'll get there. But yeah, during the opening cinematic, he says for Azeroth. Just now, he says for Azeroth. And this whole scenario is a lot about the Horde and Alliance
We can't rest here for long.
finally unifying against the Legion.
Happened here?
Again.
It happened in seconds. We were fighting our way up the shore, and then boom! Explosions of fell energy all around us. And these buildings just grew up out of them, filled with demons. I don't know how we're going to be able to push them back at this rate.
One demon at a time. With me, Alliance! Leave nothing standing!
So, I just checked. Maiev basically has a cameo in BFA and Shadowlands. Her first next real interaction is during the Heritage Quest.
What happened? Where is Tyrion?
Don't know. They were on us in seconds. Fell fire everywhere.
Save your strength. We will find him.
Keep your eyes open for survivors. Save as many as you can.
So, time to fight in the Black City again. Yeah, I like the idea that maybe the fell poisoning lowers your max health, Dakota. Probably not all the way down, like there's probably a cap I'd put on that, but something like that, so you want to limit your exposure to it. Maybe rotate troops around. I don't know, something like that.
They came out of nowhere!
Thank you, hero. Have you seen Tyrion?
Oh, there's a thought. It lowers your max health until X percentage, at which point they flip, heal to full, and get Fell Infusion, giving them stat boosts. And yeah, they're all humans as opposed to the Forsaken, which is just... I almost feel like that's a bug, because I don't remember that being a thing. Either that or it's extremely weird random luck. Greymane's a warhawk who's an idiot who has a grudge against Sylvanas.
By the light, it is good to see you.
They took Tyrion.
What was that, Blitchval? He has every reason to hate Sylvanas. That's neither here nor there.
Have you seen Tyrion?
Yeah, time and place. I actually talked about this earlier, and we'll see this when we get to Stormheim. I do blame Greymane for what he does. 100% and without hesitation. What he does is not just wrong, it is criminal, treasonous, and suicidal. It actively pushes the agenda of the Legion.
Still fight. I'm with you.
During a major Legion invasion. Is it bad writing? That I'm not sure about. We'll have to judge that when we get there. We're not doing Stormheim for a while, so we'll get to it. Probably won't even get to it today. Oh, that's awful, Blade Taval. I love it. I'm going to say that out loud for those of you who don't read chat. So say you've got your units, right? One of them dies in a fell patch, and you lose the unit. It becomes, a fell unit. But the food and resources and population that they represented is still being consumed by you. So your food pop just went down in order to sustain that unit that is now fighting against you. Now, you kill that guy, you get that food back. So many imps. So many imps. Up.
They're retreating.
I get the feeling this fight isn't over yet.
Varian, I found him! Look, across the chasm! Tyrion!
All forces, to Jaina!
Oh, there's an interesting thought as Miristar.
How are we going to get across?
I've got this.
Yeah, by the way, I think this is the first time we see Mekatork's mech? It's either here or in Operation Nomergon. I actually don't remember if it was there. It's also in Mekatork is going to start getting lines and screen presence. Holy crap. It's a nice mech model, honestly. It's very him.
Tyrion!
Gul'dan! You will pay for this!
Oh, hey, it's us, over there.
Stay back! It's a trap! The light will...
Hi, Aramdumia. Hi. Just pretend she's over there, okay?
You fool! You stand before the temple of a god! Your pitiful light cannot reach you here.
So the Tomb of Sargeras was actually in Warcraft 2.
Your friends have arrived.
It was actually a major plot point, actually, in Warcraft 2.
Die.
Even in Warcraft 2. Never mind Retcon to Warcraft 2, where it is an even bigger plot point. And yeah, we actually physically go there in the Frozen Throne. Interesting we don't see Nighthold here. I guess that makes sense. The shield isn't down at this point. Speaking of Fel overwhelming everything, Tyrion has plenty of faith, but it makes sense that the Fel would just overpower it.
All you have worked for, all you have sacrificed, just to see your champions fall to ash, one by one. Destroy them.
Literally killed him through Paladin Bubble.
You will know fear.
I'm not talking too much about Tyrion yet.
It's coming this way.
Because we'll talk more about him during the Paladin quests. Whoa, that hurt. Holy crap.
He's heading your way, Windrunner.
It probably shouldn't have hurt that much.
It's time to show the Alliance how we slay demons.
So
Beasts from the Fellfire.
ignore what's happening. Ignore what's happening.
All yours, Alliance.
We've got him this time.
I've seen that bug before.
Concentrate your fire.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, jeez. The Alliance are like, oh, we give up. We lost Tyrion. It's over. It's over. It's okay. All of those soldiers are now Fel soldiers and we just lost the population.
The bigger they are.
No time to gloat, Rin. We've got to stop Gul'dan before he summons another one of those things.
Yeah, Croesus is literally overpowered.
Across the chasm!
He's an overdosed Eridar. Like, that's the simplest way I can explain that. Oh, right, we go.
We'll take the ridge and cover your flank.
Sylvanas, thank you.
We're in your debt, our stalwart allies who will be with us to the end. Hi, Aramdumia. Alright, yeah.
There is nowhere to run, Gul'dan. Give up now, and I will grant you a swift...
Run? You are right, human. There is nowhere to run from my master. Now, witness the true might of Lord Sargeras!
So, a bunch of genericies.
We've broken their lines before. We will again.
Bigger genericies. Elite genericies. Really stupid and aggro the entire pack.
We will never fall to you, Gul'dan. The combined forces of Azeroth will triumph today!
There's Azeroth again. There's 3 Azeroths.
Kill him already!
Seriously!
I have seen the end of your pitiful world.
So, pretty much every named back there is from something.
Like 10,000 worlds before your own. The Legion is endless!
Lord Perdition, Brogzog, Felwing, Gethzun. Akar the Houndmaster's over there. Right there, you might recognize him. Vault Warden Umbra, Blurg, Bellord Dakur. These are from absolutely all over the place. So I can't even... It would take time to really explain where all these are from.
Demons you throw at us. We will cut you down, monster!
And then he summons even more.
We return.
Yes, Sacrilash is back there.
Conquer this puny world.
That's Jaraxxus. Over there's Brutalis. Over there's Tichondrius.
To a husk.
Falnazar is there. Sathravar is there. Mephistroth.
The fate of this world is sealed. The Legion cannot be stopped. And now you will fall.
Yeah, no, this is always a trap. And that's the trap. So let's watch this cutscene from the Alliance side.
Victory is ours! Hold fast! Mekator! We finish this now! Call in the gunship!
Way ahead of you, sir! Transangulating our positions right now!
Get it! Get it! My lord! Push forward! And get Windrunner's archers to clear the skies!
No, she wouldn't. I knew it! I knew we couldn't trust her!
And that's all we see from the Alliance perspective. I'm actually going to skip the rest of it because the rest of it's the same. But that's all we see from the Alliance perspective. I've actually already talked about this. But I want to be very clear about this, because going through this live, when Legion was live, was weird. So, you know me, Horde main. So, my main was a warrior on the Horde, an undead named Frozen Sorrow. I still have her. And I went through this, and I saw that whole cutscene, and I was like, oh man, holy crap. You know, this is so horrific. And there's this extra force coming, and we're getting overrun, and we gotta get out of here. We gotta bail. No! So, you know, we do, obviously. And that's cool, and that sucks. And then, you know, he goes down, he says, for the Alliance. And I was confused by that. But whatever, I just let it go. And then I started talking to some of the other players who were absolutely livid at how the Horde betrayed the Alliance at the Broken Shore. Some of it was legitimately insane stuff, like, you know, for example, talking about how Sylvanas was always working with the Burning Legion, and it's like, that's really dumb. But a lot of Alliance players were absolutely spamming the idea that the Horde had betrayed the Alliance. And I was really confused by that. Until I went through on my Alliance character and saw their version of the cutscene. Everything about how that's framed and slanted, that's what I call that, is slanting. It's when you do things in animation, in voice acting, in dialogue, in camera presentation, to incline the viewer or player to think a specific way. And they were very, very hard slanting the idea that Sylvanas really did betray and that the HVA should come back. Now, that's all really stupid, obviously. what's doubly worse, and again, the game doesn't get detriment of this, but what's really worse is, for those of you who are not aware, I was actually covering BlizzCons back at this point in time. And there was actually a particular moment I'll never forget where one of them goes up and says, "You, the Alliance, lost your king to the betrayal by the Horde." And he was just riling up the crowd. Do you remember that? And I was just like, what? In fact, I'm pretty sure that was my exact vocal reaction on stream while I was covering it. And yeah, I was Alan Brack. Now, I cannot give WoW a negative for Alan Brack, unfortunately. But between the slanting and the cutscene, the "she wouldn't," and then that "for the Alliance" as his final words, that's a negative. I'm not going to give it more than that, because again, most of the other aggravation is out of the game. But it's worth noting that this directly leads to some HVA stuff. We'll discuss the new HVA stuff that's going to be started by this when we get there. I lied. I'm going to give a third negative for that. There we go. Because it's so contradictory to the theme of the entire lead up to it. The cinematic and the actual cutscenes in-game are all about, for Azeroth, unifying. Peace is the noblest aspiration, we must fight for it. And then that, out of absolutely nowhere, it is completely contradictory to the theme of the entire expansion, and arguably the last 3 expansions. And yes, I am specifically referring to Legion. We're not even talking about BFA yet. Remember, by several accounts, the stuff we just saw was written and designed well before BFA was even planned out. Because this stuff was written a while ago. You got to think about production lines from a behind-the-scenes perspective. Yeah, Vol'jin actually ordered the retreat. Now, what Huthor said is probably true. I have no evidence of that. But it's probably true they wanted to go with a faction conflict for the next expansion. Something they talked about constantly off-camera during BFA is they wanted to get back to basics. And they had apparently decided that back to basics meant Horde versus Alliance, or to be slightly more accurate, humans versus orcs. Now, remember that? That was the big thing they kept pushing. We're going back to basics. They even said it on during another BlizzCon when they announced BFA. There are a few things we know they hadn't designed yet. In fact, I am 99% certain the jailer still didn't exist when they were designing all that stuff. Probably didn't even exist until they got to, I would say, the last patch of Legion. We'll cover that when we get there. But that's where we're at. Anyway, so moving on. Sorry.
We owe much to the Alliance.
Oh, Arcane Wake, you're up. I'm relieved you made it out of that bloodbath alive. We lost so many good men and women down there. Damn the Horde for serving us up to the Legion. Now here's the deal. And I already discussed this, but I want to be very clear about this, because I talked about this during the lore run too. Greymane thinking this doesn't bother me. Not really. Because Greymane's an idiot, who's a warhawk, who's a terrible leader, who's an awful human being, who has a very valid reason to hate Sylvanas. So, okay. Yeah, that tracks. Alright, I'm with that. Oh, that's an interesting point, Huthor. I'll come back to that then, when we get to Antorus. Anyways. So, yeah, no, like Greymane being like, damn you, Sylvanas. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. The problem is everything else. I'll take a staff, thanks.
Stand strong, hero.
I haven't left the deck of this ship since we got back. Fleet must be ready for war. Don't know where we'll be needed, but when the time comes, we'll be ready. Truth be told, I welcome the distraction. The others are paying their respects to Varian, but I cannot bring myself to face that casket, which is empty, of course.
We will have justice for the fallen.
Very, very, very minor complaint. This whole chunk over here should be, like, completely destroyed. So, I have to actually take the Griffin. Okay, fine. When you deliver the letter, please tell King Anduin, my condolences. I've never seen my father angry like this before. He is consumed by his lust for vengeance. All Gilneans have a rage inside us, Tess. Yours and your father more than most. Indeed. It's sometimes hard to know when the rage ends and the man begins. My father stands with the king. The Forsaken will never see our forces coming. Such is the cost of vengeance. Gilneas has waited for it long enough. Oh, hey, Darian. What are you doing here? We must go to the Shadowlands. All right, I'm out. Bye. Oh, now that's a really good question, Tyr. It's sure a good thing that Alliance intelligence hasn't been infiltrated by a demon. That sure would suck. Oh, God, look at all the flowers. Anyways, it's my lunchtime. I'm going to go grab lunch, and then we'll actually go start doing some artifacty stuff. See y'all in a bit.